Good morning, Denise, Darlene, and Sandy. Good morning, Denise, Darlene, and Sandy.
Good morning, everybody. Let me.
Yay.
Oh man, let me make. Wait. Oh, all right. All right, you guys. There's something I can't
Oh,
find.
good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you. Good morning, Chris. Oh, good morning to you.
Hey, Chris. Good morning.
Morning,
Good
Chris.
morning, Chris. All right. Let me throw this out here from YouTube. You guys, everything I'm trying to do is just spinning. It is just spinning.
Spinning right round, baby, right round. Chris, I am getting my shot today, so hopefully that by later tonight I will be feeling really good. I was just really down and out losing my best friend's husband the other day. I was just really down and out yesterday, so I was just not a cheerful person and I didn't want to bring anybody else down.
Wes, it just brings all of it right back up to the surface with your best friend.
Yeah, it sure does. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sonia. Good morning.
Oh, Chris, that's so sweet, Chris. I appreciate it.
And of course, you know he likes your singing, and Sandy's is okay. It comes right next to yours.
No, I don't think so. I think mine was quite a bit down further.
I don't think so.
But I like, Tracy, when you say you never would have thought you'd be singing on YouTube.
Not in a million years.
With Sonia, Tracy goes today. Yay,
Yay,
yay.
today is doctor appointment day. And I got all of the scoop yesterday by email, all of the things that they were telling me about how they have to take my temperature at the door and my husband has to wait in the car. And good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you. Good morning to Destiny. Good morning to you.
Yeah, we've been a live bunch this morning, you guys. We were just like monkeys just jumping off the walls in that back room while we were just talking to one another before we come live.
Apparently, we forgot what time it was. We were just chit-chatting. Thanks, Denise.
Yeah, I got so excited that one day when you came back on, I was like a monkey jumping around.
I am going to have to go let the dogs out. I should have done it before we went on.
Okay, you know
All
I
right.
gotta say it. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Oh,
Who?
oh,
Ooh,
oh.
ooh, ooh, ooh,
Sandy let the dogs out. Who? Who?
ooh,
Who?
ooh, ooh.
You guys, that's about all the energy I think we have
Yeah,
this
we
morning.
both have.
Oh, yesterday was a wonderful though. We had praise reports of Pamela that she came out on the other side of the V, the big V, and no temp, no more. She really didn't tell anybody, what it was. So she
Right.
did. And we're just thankful, thank God that after 2 months she come out on the other side.
Good morning, Monique. Good morning to you. Good morning, Monique. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Monique. Good morning. Monique, you was in there yesterday. I was laying in bed when I got on with Sandy. And then my internet was just, Wi-Fi was not stable. So
That would be great. Oh, good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
good morning, Myra. I cannot believe Easter came and went without me finding the little eggs with the malt eggs.
Oh, lipstick eggs. That's what me and my sisters used to call them, because the ones with the malt milk chocolate in the middle with the
I just
hard
thought of,
candy.
yeah, they kind of look like this.
Yeah.
These are M&Ms though.
We would lick them until they start to get melty, and then rub them on our lips. We called them lipstick eggs.
So see the colors of the M&Ms?
Yeah.
That's what made me think of it. When I opened this, I'm like, oh wait, I didn't buy me none of those. I bet they got them in the markdown.
Easter just didn't feel like Easter this year because I haven't been outside since before St. Patrick's Day, for goodness sake, other than outside to smoke. So
I'm going to have to find some of those eggs, you guys. I'm surprised that they weren't thrown in the markdown stuff at Ollie's.
Yeah. I might have to put them on the list for when Ryan goes to the store. Check the clearance Easter candy, man.
Are you going to get me
lipstick eggs? He'll know what I'm talking about. My sisters and I still play that game. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you.
If I find some and you find some, we'll have to wear our...
We'll have the lipstick egg.
Oh, you guys, I swear what Sandy said yesterday of you guys, what you guys bring to us, is so true, because I'm a little bit more woken up since you guys come on.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, my dad every year would buy Tiffany those Cadbury eggs that's wrapped up in foil.
Mm-hmm.
Every year he would get her those, and he'd get her a big old chocolate bunny, and he loaded her down on Easter.
Dang.
I'm cold. My feet are.
It's cold here. It is. Destiny, what is your weather doing over there? I went outside to smoke before we went live, and it was snow flaking here in West Michigan. It was snow flaking. Wasn't snowing hard, but it was definitely a little flurry going by for sure.
Hey, Derek.
Oh, good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you.
Derek, Myra had missed Friday, and I told her, I said, girl, Crawley Racing doing good. I can't win for nothing.
30 degrees and the sun is out at the moment. It is 33, but it was definitely a snow flurry, and the wind is still pretty strong today.
Well, it's 51 now. It's supposed to get up to 77. So that, Keelan's going to be working at a friend's outside helping him with the shop. So this is good weather for him to do that.
Yeah, it is. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you. Good morning, Darlene B. Good morning to you.
No. Why do you smell chocolate? You are
Mom, I can smell that 10 miles away.
She's like a drug sniffing dog.
Bailey, get down, Bailey.
I know. She's like a drug sniffing dog, except for chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs aren't even supposed to have chocolate. Just because your daddy got you started on it. You guys, I burned my hand
Ow.
and that was like last week on the oven, and she was playing, and her dew claw ripped through it. It hurt so bad, and it caused my whole hand to swell up.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Did you make your Brunswick stew last night?
no, I come back. I didn't even go to the store. I come back so tired. Yeah, Monique, I can't remember if it's dark chocolate, milk chocolate. I can't remember which one that they're not supposed to have. So Kevin started her too early, it's dark chocolate. Oh, Derek said all chocolate. Well, she must be immune to it now. Kevin would be having a hot fudge sundae in bed, and then he'd be feeding it to her. That was before I tell him, stop. She's going to be begging all the time. You guys don't feed her nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's too late. That's how come I gave her half my chicken strip last night that was left.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Derek, Crawley Racing, I wish you could have heard us in there doing the whoop, whoop, whoop thing. Casey didn't know what was going on. Let me see. Let me hold my arm and then I'll do it. Be like, woo, woo, woo. And Bailey just looking at me like, are you crazy? And then looked at Kevin, looked at me like, what's going on with you two? But we're so excited. Myra and Pearl Nini were tearing it up for Crawley Racing.
Dang. You guys got it going on.
Look, you guys see what I had to put up with? Wait, look at her. Now she's under there looking. That's MawMaw's fault. She's looking for something that dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. You guys, we just a bundle of woohoo.
Yeah, bundle of energy today.
All right, Traci, tell them what you get to do today.
Get to go get my shot today. Woo-hoo. Got the email yesterday that said you have to have, yes, we were aware of that, Myra, but thank you for reminding us in case we weren't, that it's John's birthday today.
Mm-hmm.
We got the email that said that you have to normally have your driver has to sit in the waiting room the entire time of your appointment or they won't give you sedation for your injection. And but they said that the driver has to wait in the car. You have to get your temperature taken at the door. Practice social distancing in the waiting room. I don't care. I'll do whatever they want. They want me to stand on my head. I'll stand on my head. Just give me a shot.
Yep. I just felt normal yesterday riding and going to Ollie's, got a box of coffee, got some of the journals that they have that's real pretty. That's inspirational sayings on them. And they'll find homes. I'll be finding homes for them. Bailey, get out of that.
I did. I was going to look and see if I could tell. Hang on a second.
And then I got a package yesterday and it had something in it, and I can't wait for Friday. Hey, my SIL. on Facebook. Woo, woo. Destiny, Tommy's on my Facebook. He done popped in there.
Oh my goodness. It has been since March 14th was the last time I left my house. I'm be excited just to go for a ride today.
It's almost a month and a half.
Mm-hmm. It'll be good just to get out of Dodge.
Heck, we've got full blown spring here, so just riding up the road, it was just like normal. Going through Starbucks was like normal. And it's so funny that Starbucks is open. Oh,
good morning to John. Good morning to you. Good morning to John. Good morning to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Happy birthday to you.
Woo, 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 woo. Bailey, you ain't getting on. Go. Yes, John. Dear John. John, happy birthday. Oh, you got the whole family in there just toppled on you.
That is so much fun.
For your birthday. Myra said, woo, woo. Wait. Myra. Wait. Done the woo, woo. So, John, do you feel older? I feel older today than I did yesterday.
Yeah.
Bailey.
Some days I feel 190. Some days I just feel 90.
Bailey. You're not pitiful. You're not pitiful. Oh. See, there's a whole difference between those doggy kisses and the doggy kisses that Sandy gets. Ow. Girl, it's time for your nails to get done. Goodness. And she looks so small in the camera. But I promise. Oh, she is 50-something pounds packed hard. Bailey is she is beautiful. But she runs from it's fun. Oh, will I get to share that, John? Let me know if I could share that. Give me your permission. But yeah, if I turn the camera around and Bailey sees Destiny, she runs. Okay. Yay, yay. Woo-hoo. Oh, look, wait. I can't wait to share this screen. Let me get over here. Cuteness overload. Look at that.
Aww. So sweet.
That is the best birthday, I think, that anybody can ask for, John. I still think Kendall looks like you out of all your kids. Kendall looks like a little John. You tell Kendall I said she looks just like her daddy. Golly, Bailey. Isn't that wonderful?
That is so cute. That is the best. The best.
John, they'll always do that. If your kids are used to coming in there and they have the freedom of just plopping down on mom and dad's bed, the kids always said they like the smell of my pillows. I like the smell of my grandmama's pillows in her bed. That every time Tiffany would come over and lay across my bed, she'd be asleep. That boom, she said it just made her go to sleep. But Casey still comes in there and lays across the bed, knowing Bailey's hair is going to make him break out or itch. He still does it. He still does it. He pats her belly. He loves on her, but my kids all still do that.
Right, Denise? Denise said to enjoy it. How precious those moments are. Enjoy it. They grow up way too soon. They sure do.
They do. You know, even with me not knowing where my daughter is right now, ow. All right, look, Bailey, down. Oh,
Aw. So cool.
Destiny, don't even. She just wanting chocolate. Don't let her fool you. She's not trying to make me feel better. She's wanting chocolate. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I still I cuddled to a pillow the other night and just said a prayer, the things that I would say to my daughter if she was crawled up in bed with me. I just held my pillow and talked to it, and who knows, you know, wherever she is, she may have been talking to Mom, you know.
Exactly.
So I prayed for her, and I talked to her. So Sandy, I'm gonna let you guys do this. I am about to get up and feed her, see if that's what she wants.
Woohoo! The cat's away and the mice will play.
I still have my headset on, you guys. I hear you guys.
Ah, darn it.
Dang.
Oh.
Ah, darn.
Oh my gosh. Move, Bailey.
Well, we tried.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't like to wish time away because time is so precious, but my goodness, I can't wait till this afternoon. Get that shot.
How far overdue are you?
About 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm always bad for like the last week or two right before anyway. So when you add that all up, it's about going on 6 weeks that I've been miserable and I just need an injection. Oh, good morning, Ciosa. Good morning to you. Good morning, Ciosa. Good morning to you.
No.
Good morning, Ciosa.
Get in there.
Morning.
Get in there.
Well, she's having a rough time, sounds like.
Right, Denise. Too long it's been.
Yeah.
Good morning to Glenn. Good morning to you. Good morning to Glenn. Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Theo. So this is what it looks like when you should have got your hair cut about the time that they shut down all the hair salons and stuff. So instead you just let it go, let it go. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you. Good morning, Denise. Good morning to you.
And this is what it looks like when you take it into your own hands.
When you've had enough of it being too late for your haircut and you just say, screw it.
Yepers.
Good morning, Ciosa and Glenn and Denise.
Kalen's mama got tired of him looking like a shaggy dog, and so she ordered a clipper online, and she shaved his hair off. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Look, my husband.
Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's serious this morning. My husband brought me 2 unsweet teas.
Mm-hmm.
Bless his heart.
My youngest son, Jimmy, who has been shaving his head since like about the 9th grade, said, "Who's laughing now that I've been shaving my head since the 9th grade? All my buddies who go every 3 to 4 weeks and get their hair cut. Look at them. And I'm sitting here with my hair the same as it is every day."
Oh my gosh, Siosa. Look what Siosa talking about. The pizza insurance.
Crying at Domino's commercial stage where they're irritated. Aww. Oh, just wait. It's going to get like the sappy holidays, like the Mother's Day and the Father's Day, and they have all those sappy Hallmark commercials, and you'll be a big pile of ballin' mess.
Oh, Denise. You know, I had somebody that I started watching, well, Destiny, which you guys know, Shamrock Pixie, Dusty, the little Shamrock with many names. I used to get up and watch her husband and another YouTuber in the mornings, and that would be what I look forward to. As soon as Kevin left, I'd already have the laptop pulled up and just sit there and listen to Tommy and another YouTuber. So, you know, I enjoyed it, Denise. That's what started waking me up, because Casey's always done Porch Church, or we would start that about 10. But 6:30, 7 in the morning, I'd get on up and watch that. I did that for quite a while. And then when that stopped, I'm like, oh no, what am I going to do with my mornings? So.
And here we are, a year later, over a year later.
Mm-hmm. Well, your hubby is loving crazy.
What does that mean? No, never mind. I don't think I want to know.
Denise, I was really ready to shut my eyes yesterday when I come back from town or riding up the road. It's like, oh my gosh, how did walking around in one store tire me out? But I come back and I had to, MawMaw was hollering, you better, Sandy's on. She said, you better get in there. So
You'd be like, yeah, but I just got back from the store. I got to wash like 99% of my body and scrub everything else I went and bought at the store. And
I didn't.
Oh my goodness.
I was eating M&Ms like I tore a hole in it, and I would press one up and drop it in my mouth.
Pop it in your mouth.
But yes, I pushed through and I got to see my little man made. All right, Sandy, you can show him my little. Oh, thank you, Denise. We love you. I'll have my original Sandy. Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
No, get your nose out of there.
Look at my little man. See, I saw it as a little man. And
Mm-hmm.
she already had the place in it for a stone. And I said, I want a red stone. So that will be the heart. So you guys, I got me a Sandy original.
Mm-hmm. It
And
is
it's going to be a
beautiful.
little man with a heart. I love it. Sandy's abstract jewelry is really taking off. Isn't that crazy, Sandy?
Yeah.
Because we each see different things. Somebody saw Gumby.
Yeah.
If I wanted it to be Gumby, I would have had a green stone put in. But it's just a little man. And I love it. So I jumped in there, and I think the way I jumped in there, people thought, okay, I think we better back on off this time. I think they could feel my piercing.
Yeah.
The piercing feeling that come through the internet, like, whoa. There was something about that piece. People was like, oh, it's cute, but I can't get that. But I do. One piece that somebody else saw something totally different. I thought it was cool because it looked like the road runner.
Mm-hmm.
But Sandy, they got it. They wanted it hung different, didn't they?
No, they wanted it crosswise.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the abstract is really punched it up, Sandy. I think it brought out the people that love your abstract are those that see outside the box, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And it's a great way of you having your bits and pieces of silver.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some of the coolest pieces, I think, when you do that, when you put scrap up there on the bench and put it all together. I have not seen one thing that I haven't loved. Although I haven't seen you make anything that I haven't loved. So
I know.
Well, thank you.
We've had to go back, I think, to repurpose. They call it repurpose. Okay, Destiny, love you. Either you left in your back or you've got work to do. So I understand either way. But repurposing is a new name for what we always did. Sandy, I'm sure you did too.
Yeah.
If I seen a table on the side of the road, nothing was wrong with it, I would get it and I'd bring it home, strip it down, and I would eat the color I always loved was a dark walnut color of stain. I love that dark color. So, I always kept it around the house. And there was one time I got one of those old pieces of furniture. Sandy, I know you and Traci can remember, but it would be in the living room, big coffee table, and you had the two doors on both ends, and the bulky things you open it with. I found one on the side of the road, and that was back when I could lift things, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to get this. So I put it in the car, got it home before Kevin even got home off the road. I had that thing stripped down and I had it redone. I did it. And he come home, he said, oh, wow, where'd you get that from? He said, I like that. I said, off the side of the road.
Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Craig. Good morning. Now, dumpster diving is a big thing. And I was doing it like country, when country wasn't cool. That song, I was junking when junking was not cool. So I always had different kinds of furniture in the house. Denise, it was about time that Craig went to his profile picture
What are you eating?
because
Ruh-roh.
are they eating? Somebody left the bathroom door open and Bailey done got into the trash, so she was in trouble. That's why I was fussing at her.
No.
It's the morning of the doggies getting in trouble, you guys. Sandy, have they gone doggone crazy today? Oh. Denise, you need a profile picture with you smiling. That is to me, that is the best thing in the world, to see you laugh and smile. I love that. Anything is possible. Denise 2, we got Denise 1, Denise 2, but you underestimate, or I don't know how to say it, not underestimate, but you don't realize what I see. You don't see what I see. Because you've got the most prettiest smile.
Man, that wind is blowing and the sky is gray. Hopefully the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
I like that. You know, my sister was very private, Denise, and then next thing I know, she's on doing videos on Facebook, but she won't come on here. And then my other sister, when I asked her to come on here, she says, and she said it on Facebook so I could say it. I'm like, Irene, why won't you come on here? My face is too fat. Really?
I have a very squarish, rectangle-ish face. That's just, I have a very strong jaw for a woman. Got it from my daddy.
Well, you guys, I know you see the morning face and then the bed face where everything just kind of, you get in bed and you get the bed chin. Do you guys know what the bed chin is?
That's the melting cookie to me.
Yeah. So
when everything in my body just kind of back on the pillow.
That's okay.
Melting cookie, like when you put cold cookie dough on a hot cookie sheet and it just melts around the edge. That's what I look like.
Oh, good morning, Leticia.
Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
Oh, yeah. We get a certain age and it's like, we're melting.
Then you start getting them hot flashes and you really are melting.
Shoot, guys, I'm going to have to go. I might come back in here later.
You're melting. Okay. Go. Love you.
Bye.
Okay.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Dang, I forgot to do cooties at her. I love to do the cooties at Sandy. Oh. You guys, I can't find the scrap of paper I wrote when I was supposed to go back to the doctor. I had it written down somewhere. and I
What
can't find
doctor is it that you have to go back to?
my regular doctor, so she'll redo my medicines.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, Tracy, how, you know, we
Oh,
do
I
blood
know.
tests all the time.
You don't do your stuff on time, and they don't want to ever refill your prescription. It isn't a pretty sight.
I mean, I've never been anything off on any of my blood tests. Never. I know what they check for.
Mm-hmm.
Let me,
My problem is the lab will flag mine because I test positive for so many different things, but then the doctor looks at it and he's like, that's what you're supposed to test positive for.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. Today, hopefully, Denise, today. Today is the day, is the day, is the day, today.
It's funny, pick up one piece of paper a month from now. I'm not going to know what all these numbers. Samala, and then I talked to a Veronica. Let me see. Then I talked to Lisa Jackson, extension, a certain extension. And it's like, I told these people, I'm trying to give you guys money
Mm-hmm.
to clear out a debt. Why won't you guys take my money? And I got to Veronica again. I said, it's me again, Veronica. It's Darlene. I said, I said, yeah, you sent me over to, I didn't write his name down. I said, you sent me over there. Then I went somewhere else and I come back to you. I just want to give you guys my money.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, I have a planner. I didn't write in it last week. Because, see, I knew today was John's happy birthday. John's happy birthday. Tomorrow is Earth Day. And Food Forest for 24 hours is going to stay live.
Cool.
So he can celebrate Earth Day. So you guys, if you don't have Food Forest,
Permaculture.
He's pretty cool. He comes on here and he believes in all natural things. Oh my goodness. Oh well.
I used to have a day planner. Day Runner was the brand name of it, and everybody had a Day Runner. My kids used to call it Mama's Life Runner because I was like, I used it at work. I used it at home. I used it everywhere. That thing went with me everywhere I went.
Yep. Well, because I kept journals the whole time, like from 6th grade all the way up. And I just felt like I had to write things down.
Mm-hmm.
And people made fun of me after my stomach surgery. After my lap band, they made fun of me because I'd write down the calories. I'd write down what I ate, write down the calories. And, I had to do that because at the time I was not getting enough calories. I know, you guys, don't that sound
I used
great?
to write down right after my surgery the number of grams of protein I had eaten because I never got enough protein.
Yes. And so I knew what each of them had, calories, protein. But and people would laugh at me or say, do you write everything you eat down? And I'd say, yeah. And it got to the point at work that I even had to write down if I went to the bathroom because they were taking it off of your break.
Oh my goodness.
So I went to the doctor. I was taking
What?
Like a
what do they expect? You cannot bladder train yourself to go only on your breaks.
They got pretty crazy because people would say they had to go to the bathroom, they'd go outside and smoke. But Ciosa. Yeah, she also had to write everything down because her ex-husband had cancer. Yeah. I get lost in time if I don't write things down.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a week, so basically what I do is go down and write down what the topics was of the morning, if it was on Traci's channel, if it was on Sandy's
Sandy's channel.
channel, I write down what the topic was, and yeah, I could go in there right now and get my 1976 diary and tell you guys what a sixth grader was feeling on this date.
Mm-hmm.
And when I helped my daughter one time with the custody thing, I was able to open it. I had tabs on it sticking out. I was going through it, and I had, stuff written down. I had tabs, and when this happened, when she moved back home, when she moved back out, and come find out she was living here more than she was living with Abriana's dad.
Denise was married in 1978.
Oh, Denise, I swear you just seem like my age.
I know. She seems like my age too. But that's not that much older than us, because I graduated from high school in 1982. So that's not that terrible.
Well, that's right, 78. Wait, 78, 79, 80, 81, 80. Yeah, 4 years. No, all right, she married in 78. But still, I married not long out of high school.
Mm-hmm. See, I was negative too. Too funny.
So Denise graduated in 74, and I was a 4th grader in 74. See, that's how I know, you guys. Mine's easy to keep up with as far as the what grades. I used to think of it this way. I like life things that happen. In 83, I graduated because for a year I wasn't in school. So 83, I graduated. 84, I married. 85, I had Tiffany. 86, I was no longer married, and I met Keith in 87. I got married. So then Casey broke it because two years later, then we had Casey. But I had, every year something major.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got that day planner out, you guys, and I was looking through it, and I told my daughter, I said, let me read what happened on this day. And I read, I love you, Tiffany, but I really don't like you right now. And she said, Mama, no, you did not. I turned it to that page. I said, I sure did.
That's not. Oh, heavens, the snow is coming down much harder now. That is not uncommon. I don't think that it's a bad thing to admit that you love your children, but at that particular moment in time, you don't like them very well. I think we all have those moments with our children. If we didn't, I don't think we'd be human.
Heck, they don't like me a lot of times.
Exactly.
I was on the FaceTime last night with Destiny, and I forgot. Kevin come in here. Casey did, sounding like his daddy. He come to the door. He said, "Woman, stop flapping those jaws." And he sounds like this is how his dad would have said something.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't turn around. I said, "Boy," he didn't want. I said, "Boy, I'm Southern. I'll flap your jaws." And Destiny got laughing, and so I walked in there because he didn't hear me. I said, "Did you not hear me?" I said, I got to throw out that Southern prayer hand over him. And then I said, boy, we live in the South. Your Southern mama will flap your jaws.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Sonia. And there's also been times, Sonia, that I would be upset, have nothing to do with the kids, that I might have snapped at them and when they were younger, and I would get both of them together and I'd say, okay, you guys, mom's upset, but it's not your fault. You know, it's not your fault. And I tell them.
I used to tell my kids that, and I would apologize for losing my temper to my children. I didn't apologize for being a parent, but I would apologize that I lost my temper when I shouldn't have over little piddly things. And I try to convey that to them, that they need to be that way with their children too, that you need to show them you're still human. And when you lose your temper for no reason whatsoever and you're yelling at your kid about something that they have no real control over anyway, you know, that they deserve an apology. They deserve to get an explanation for that.
And Denise, I did that because my parents never told me. It was because I said so. I never liked the terminology or the thought behind because I said so. You did not question my dad. But my thing is, and before they started telling people they were bipolar or whatever, and so in my 30s, like early 30s, Case is born in 89. I remember one day I had totally I was going through the house like a mad woman. The kids hadn't, my stepdaughter was living with us at the time. They had not cleaned their rooms. They had not done what I told them to. So I was going through the house like a mad woman. I was fussing. I was loud. I was snatching toys up. I mean, by the time I got in the living room, we had one of the wraparound couches that led in, you know, the middle part would be a bed. When I got in there, there's Kevin holding Casey, and the two girls are sitting there side by side. And I look at all of them and the look on their faces, and I bust out crying. Then came the, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. But it was the, not just bipolar, but it would be that right before. It was that, whatever you call it.
PMS.
Yes. Yes. So when
I had the bad thing there.
Yes. And that's, you know, it would only be then that I would get crazy. So I got to where I explained it to the kids. I'm sorry. It's just that time. So then, you know, then if they ever did anything, I'd get on to them. Oh, Mom, is it that time? No, it's that time that you need to pick up your toys. Yeah, they can be upset with us, but not be disrespectful. And you know,
exactly,
we're not supposed to disrespect our kids either. That's the part in, you know, in the Bible people don't read. Just like it says, honor your father and mother, but people don't read a little bit further that says, don't provoke your children to anger. They like to say the women are pretty much submissive to their husbands, but what they don't go and read after that is, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. I think that's, is that what it says?
Yeah, something like that. It's about love. Yeah.
He died for the church, or he died for our sins. He died for us. So our husbands, when we get married, our husbands are supposed to be willing to die for us, to give their life for us, to love us that much. So, and that's, if we were in a group of people, Kevin loved to get women stirred up about that.
Uh-oh. Denise, anything is possible, Denise said. Can you please pray for my middle daughter's biological mom? She is bipolar and was so manic the family called an ambulance.
Oh no. Yes. I will do that, Denise, and I'll do that now. I'll do that now. Dear Lord, thank you for this morning. Thank you for allowing us this platform to come together for another day. Thank you, Lord, for the many, many praise reports that have come through and the healing that you have done and all of the things that you have done for the people that are worried and they're scared and they haven't been able to get to their medicines. And Lord, I do pray that you'll be on the trip with Traci today and all go smoothly. Lord, I pray right now for the need that Denise gave us. I pray for that person. I pray for their mind, Lord, their mind, their body, and spirit, that you will calm them in a way that they can be a better mother or to be some part of their child. And Lord, again, I pray over everybody in here and anybody that will come across this, because you are real. And that is what we need to let people know, that you're real and you love us and we are not alone. You are with us daily. Thank you, Lord, again. Amen.
Amen.
You guys, sometimes he's like, oh, there she is. She can do that long Southern goodbye.
Mm-mm.
Oh, I'm reading now. Yeah, my daughter would always, she would always try to sit down and discuss, you know. And she allowed my grandson to do that so much, but then whenever he would voice his opinion, she didn't want to hear it. That's rough, Leticia. How many of there were you? Tell us, Denise. We want more praise. Oh, I bet I know what it is, but it's for you to tell. It's for you to tell. Oh, and even one child to raise by yourself is
It's a lot
overwhelming.
sometimes.
Yeah. See? Yay. She's lost 38 pounds.
Awesome. That's great news.
When I lost mine, I found my biggest jeans that I loved. They were button-up jeans. And you guys, I was able to stand in one leg of them. My body fit in one leg of my jeans. And somewhere I kept them jeans. They're here. Well, hey, Eva. Eva, I don't know how long you've been sitting there. Eva is on Facebook.
Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you. Good morning to Eva. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Denise, that's a whoop, 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 too.
You know it. Especially during all of this lockdown stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I went without chocolate and I went to Ollie's. So I had it marked down. Shouldn't have done it. My dad he would leave my mom. Like if she was pregnant, he would just take off sometimes. And he did that when she was pregnant with me. We were in California, and well, she was, and he would come all the way out to Alabama, or he would go to Colorado. You know, he would do things like that. And I don't blame my mom for having anger at my dad, you know, when he did that. There she was, so young and out in California. And I mean, by that time, she already had 4 kids and pregnant with me. And that's one of the things that she would get so angry that I loved my dad like I did. Because while she was pregnant with me, he left. And she'd always tell me that. Oh boy, all my life did I hear that. But I would have been angry. I would have carried that anger with me.
I gotta get some crackers.
All right. But there was an uncle. My dad's uncle was there to help her. But still, she was a mama's girl. And my grandmother was all the way out here in Alabama. So there she was. And I looked at things that way. You know, their mom was 4 kids, you know, without her mom. So I tried to understand a lot of stuff. But we still didn't get the explanations. We didn't get the explanations of stuff. But even when we moved out here for good, there was always one of my uncles in the house, or my grandmother would move in with us, or she did move out there in California one time. So there was that help. Because more times than not, I can't remember arguing with my sister 2 years older than me about who's going to get to go to my nanny's. But I'm sure we did, because we always wanted to be at my grandmama's more than we did at home. Leticia, did they stay together? I'm looking at what Leticia said. Did they end up staying together? Because I'm thinking of when you were younger, men back then were supposed to be the head of the household. They were supposed to be. They were really supposed to set the example. But that's another thing that they would forget to look at. Even if people didn't go to church, they'd say, well, if you believe in the Bible, it says the man is the head of the household. Yeah. And back then, women didn't have a lot of choices, because in my parents' time frame, women didn't have as much help as they do now. There was not as many resources for single women raising children. But yeah, men are the head of the household, but they're also the head of being over the spiritual part of it. And Denise, and my dad would say stuff like, if I say jump, you jump. He'd tell my mom, and then my mom would cuss him, and then it was this vicious cycle, the way they talked to each other. It was just awful. You know, Leticia, when I was growing up, you really didn't have DHR, which is Department of Human Resources, which is also for children, you know, where you couldn't call a number because you got beat with the belt. There was no numbers to call. That also say, spare the rod, spoil the child. That, you know, all these things. But then became the time that children thought they could act out any which way they wanted to, and this was during my kids' time. are here to yeah, that's the thing I've always said. The children that want to shout the loudest sometimes to tell on an adult, those usually aren't the ones that
That really need help.
Yeah, because I was scared if I told. I ran away at 16 and I found myself in a predicament because here I was in South Carolina with this girl on the bus and I thought she knew where we were going and she didn't. And I'd never drank or done anything. And here I took off because I was just tired of how I was being treated. And
Letisa, don't be sorry.
mm-mm.
Don't be sorry.
No, that's,
we're among friends.
Yes. Yes. And when I came back to turn myself in, I called the sheriff's office. I did. I'm like, I was told that, you're looking for me, but I can't go home. And I have to pick my wording because of how the computer picks up words now. But I told him what my dad always said, if I ran away, what would happen? In other words, I would not be here to tell the story, is how he made me feel. So I told the sheriff that. So the sheriff's office took me to their office and my dad and my mom come in and they explained that I was afraid to go home. And you guys, my dad sat there and cried. He was so glad I was okay. But it doesn't stay that way. Oh, Kim Ricky.
Good morning to Kim. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kim. Good morning to you. I was. My stepfather was put on one persona for the community and another persona when he got home, and he was not a nice person at home. But the people, like, there was nobody we could turn to because they were all like, oh, he's such a nice guy. No, you have no idea.
Yeah. And even with, I can't imagine when they do the lineup to be punished. And looking back, I can't imagine. My sister's 7 years older. My aunt's 10 years older. So doorstep, standing up, to get the belt. I can't imagine what in the world I'd always get out of it somehow, but what could they have done? From that much of a space of age difference, what could have been done for a lineup like that? And that was my dad. But I miss my dad. I miss my dad. And okay, Denise said they got an update on the mother. But yeah, Letitia, we raised our kids different to a point.
Did the best we could.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us.
Kim Ricky wants to know how are you feeling, Traci? Yeah.
Not well. I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm angry, and I'm in pain, and I didn't sleep, and so you can imagine.
Yep.
Right, Denise? That's how we felt. We were like, yeah, right. You have no idea what he's like when he gets home and shuts that door. As it
Yeah,
ain't pretty.
I had a friend always wanted to come to my house. I think because my oldest brother, but I always wanted to stay at her house. I always wanted to go stay at her house. And when the point when I was 16, about 17, I met her. I cared more about what her parents thought.
Mm-hmm.
I cared more about if I did anything that they would feel bad toward me. And Kim Ricky, she gets her injection today.
Today. 4:10 today.
Leticia, I think that's what draws us together here. So don't ever feel like you can't tell your story, because I think a lot of us that have a lot of pain, I had a chiropractor, of course they do a lot of x-rays before they ever work on you. And he asked me, he said, were you ever in a severe car wreck? And I said, not really. I said, why? He said, your x-rays. He said, I really don't know what I can do. He said, your x-rays looks like somebody that would have been in a major car wreck. I said, well, no. And I just said it because it finally got to a point in my head I could just say it. I said, no. I bounced around quite a bit by my parents. And I said, so there's no telling. I said, my nose been broke twice. I said, so yeah, things were real rough. My body was really thrown around, picked up, I just had to come to a point to say, hey, it wasn't my fault.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help one time. I woke my dad up, and because he was sleeping third shift now. If I was asleep third shift and Tippy and Casey was in the other room arguing over nothing but the TV, I imagine I'd get up and be mad and holler at them about waking me up.
Mm-hmm.
But there wouldn't be a broken nose because of it. So, but Leticia, like I said, I miss my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My mom's right down the road. I mean, she lives right down the road, but I'm sorry, Sonia, tinkle, tinkle, little star, but I miss my dad. And I do believe my dad's in heaven, because when I dream of him, it's good dreams. But yeah, I do believe a lot of what's wrong with my body is due to a lot of that stuff. Plus, stopping on the side of the road and getting a huge piece of furniture. Women were programmed, or our parents, I don't know about a lot of, because anytime we moved, we would redo the house, repaint the house we moved in that we would rent. Or mom would change around furniture. Casey does that. But change around furniture. She didn't get help from my dad. We would do it. So I grew up that the lady of the house moved the furniture to vacuum and to do it. And my grandmother used to tell my mom, she called her Bay. She said, Bay, you can't be moving stuff like that. It's going to tell on you one day. I was a kid. I didn't know what that meant. So how much of us messed our bodies up by moving stuff because we didn't want to have to wait on our husbands to do it? Refrigerators and stoves, and I will tell it. Casey remembers, he calls it Hercules when I'd get mad. There was a wash machine that sat back here in the washroom, and we needed another one, and it was half full, and nobody would help me move it. And it was just sitting out there, and I got out of the car one day, anger, and I moved that wash machine right out to the back deck, and I pushed it, and it went down all the steps and ended up at the foot of at the bottom of the deck, and I'm like, there, now I'll get me a wash machine. So anger lifting. Have you ever done that, Traci? Anger lifted something and be out of commission for 2 weeks.
Yep, I've anger done several things in my lifetime that I've certainly learned to pay for later.
Yeah, in case he remembers that day. But yeah. So Leticia, that's what I guess brought all of us. That would be rough, Ciosa. That would be really rough.
That is tragic. Tragic, Ciosa.
Yeah. Mine was carrying on right in front of my parents and his family while I was having my first child. That wasn't Kevin. That was my first child. To the point they done come out. He done left with this girl and came back right in front of everybody. And they come out and told him in front of my family, you may have to choose because my blood pressure at the time, they said, you may have to choose your wife or the baby. We might not be able to save both of them. Now, this is a guy that just left the hospital with somebody, come right back with that person, and he could have made a decision over my life. And after I found out, from his sister and my side of the family, I said, never again will I care that much about somebody, or somebody like that have a hold over my life. Sonia, yeah, my husband does that sometimes. Yeah, Ciosa, I have a great one. I never had to worry about about women. Never had to worry about that.
I got lucky the first time. Wright is an amazing husband, and he is 1000% faithful to me. I never have to worry about that ever. I know he is always faithful to me.
Now, when we was first together, Kevin went through a lot of stuff, and that's in the past, and he was young. I was 21 when I met him. I had Tiffany at 21. I think it was before I turned 22. He was 25. He wasn't used to somebody like me. He was working for a trucking company that they were into a lot of stuff in Atlanta area. And MawMaw worried about him. I worked with Francis, and she just worried sick over him. My other son, I worry about him. And she told me all the...
Darling, you wouldn't sell him for all the money in the world, and you know it.
And what was so funny, I met her other two boys, and me and her was friends, and she told me all this stuff. I'm worried about him. He's supposed to get married, and he's not ready, and I don't know what. I just pray for him. And when I met him that day, I was just like, there was just something. And my ex-husband, he knew he was going to walked out on Father's Day. But there was a look, and I've said it before, there was just something that Kevin looked at me, and I thought, well, maybe there'll be somebody out there that will want me. I cleaned, I cooked, I did all the things a wife that was instilled in me, that as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, that you do. And it did not matter how much I did those things, just like you, Siosa, standing by your husband, like your first one. I did all those things. And, to be told, look in the mirror, would you want to be seen with that? Those don't go away. My parents always said stuff like that to me. So, after I'd met Kevin the day before Father's Day, there was part of me thinking, and I didn't think of Kevin that way, but it made me think, well, Lord, maybe there's somebody else out there for me. And I had not felt that for 2.5 years or 3. And then I had looked no further after he walked out. It was a few days or a week. It seems like all of a sudden Kevin, he moved home. He moved back here. He was living in Noonan, him and his fiance. Yeah, he moved back home. And I just looked no further. And I told MawMaw, I said, well, you told all that stuff, all the bad stuff, but oh my gosh, you did not tell me you didn't tell me not to look in his eyes. Our first date, he asked me to marry him. Very first date. And I could just see it at the back. We didn't have the deck. There was back steps. And we're walking up the porch steps after we went out. And me and MawMaw had to work that night. And I wasn't staying here. I had another house. I wouldn't have done that to MawMaw. But he stopped me on the back steps. And he was like, will you marry me? And I laughed. Because, if you're paying your own divorce off, every week I had to put money toward that. Plus my child, because I got no child support. So I paid for a house, a little old car, my daughter. I did all that. And Kevin liked that strength. He liked that I didn't ask nobody for nothing. But I laughed. I said, well, don't you think my divorce needs to be final? And the look, I can remember that look. It hurt him. He said, well, I won't ask you again. So no, I asked him. Plus he wanted to wait until once it was final in October. We did live together. I know that's outside of God don't honor that, and I didn't like it. But once it was finalized in that October. All right, let me look. Okay, let me look. Because when I start talking personal stuff, sometimes I look down because okay, let me find. All right, the update. Oh, Denise. Okay. They were going to release her last night and she flipped. So they are going to put her in yes. With that, I mean, sometimes a person needs to go in, especially if like they are bipolar and it just boom, they explode.
Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you. Good morning, Anamora. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Anamora. Denise, my doctor wanted to do that because back in October because of my depression, because of the low side. So if somebody is so manic on the high side that they're crazy, like hurting somebody or themselves, they need to be they need their chemical makeup to level out. Uh,
Oh, geez. Yeah, that it can be a scary situation when they are. I've thought there were times that I thought my sister was on drugs, and she either was or she was in a manic phase, and you can't always tell the difference.
and like with me sometimes, like Denise, you know, having to tell me to look for that update. Um, Last week, I was so excited when Traci came on. I'm blaming it on you, Traci. I was so excited that day that you came on that I was like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I'm all over the place, you guys, way up there, I can't taper down.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll be wanting to stop, you know, but I promise but yeah, mine was so low. Mine was in October. You know, mine was a low. So low that it worried my doctor about. She said, you know, will you see somebody or talk to somebody, or do I need to admit you? And that's probably, you guys probably don't know, me or Traci can get that low because you guys give us good vibes. I can be my saddest and you guys all come on and you make me happy.
You guys are our shot of energy and good feelings. I gotta get some. I am freezing.
And you know, like Traci sent me a message that I'm gonna be on in the morning. I need happy. So that's what you guys bring us. And yesterday, Sandy said the same thing of what we get back from you guys.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. But yeah, me and Kevin got married, and I know his dad probably, look, even my dad, nobody thought, I know they didn't. You know, me and Kevin were so different. I'm chatty and chat, and Kevin was withdrawn, type of withdrawn. And his ex, she wasn't over the top like me. My father-in-law just did not like her. He told me one time before, that was her and Kevin had just left, and I was here sitting at the kitchen table with my father-in-law. He wasn't my father-in-law then, but Kevin left, and he looked at me. He said, "I just can't like that girl. I just can't like her." And she was young. She was 6 years younger than Kevin, so she was 3 years younger than me. But so he always loved me.
Bye, Leticia. Love you.
Love you, Leticia. And never think you have to apologize for sharing, because that's sometimes we have to get to those discussions.
Was that Mama in the background?
That's Bailey.
Oh,
You
don't tell Mama I thought Bailey was her.
sitting at that door, the cat probably, or she knows Kevin should be here. She knows that he got in the car and left, and he's not back. Leticia, I love you. Love you so much. But yeah, we do cover a range of things. Sometimes we, you know, what today, Tuesday's freedom. I never really know what to name or how to come up with the topic or a title, and just freedom. God gives us freedom, and we do carry around ghosts of our past.
For sure.
I mean, we basically are like a computer. We store. It's all up there. It is all up there, memories and whatnot. But could you imagine how terrible it would be if all of those memories, flooded back to us? And a lot of people after dementia, or I think it's dementia or Alzheimer's, but they remember things way back. And I think, well, if it's good things they're reliving, then that's a good thing. It's a good thing for them, but not a good thing for a family that they don't recognize or can't remember. Oh, I'm thinking good things. I don't mean to have the long silence, you guys. I don't want Traci to have bad news. Denise, my parents didn't know nothing about me being that way. My brother showed it at 17, and he was put in a place for a little bit, and as soon as he come out, he went in the military, so he wouldn't have to be around. And I remember we went to see him in that place, and it was awful. It was in okay, Darlene B. It was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and that was one of the worst institutions. It was quick to shut down, but there were all kind of things about, not just that institution, all of them. Some of the things that they would do to the mentally ill. But my brother wasn't so mentally, he got in the military, in the Army, then he went in the Air Force, but he still had that about himself. And, at 34, he just ended everything. So, some people, it because they will share it with you, but we have to be in a place in our lives that we have somebody that we're not ashamed to tell somebody, hey, this is how I'm feeling today. And my sisters have already told me, especially, my oldest sister, don't, if you ever feel like that, you call me. And I have called her. Irene, pray for me. I'm just having one of those days. And I already know I could call any of you guys. I know if I called, if I FaceTimed, or if I sent you guys a message on Facebook and said, look, I am having such a bad day. I just don't want to be here. I know good and well, each and every one of you would be there for me. And I'm not alone. I'm not alone in this up here anymore. And yes, I know God. I have faith in God, but sometimes the world, I'm tired of the world, if that makes any sense. If somebody suffers with depression, I know it will make sense. Kit, if you don't get your fat, furry butt away from my Keurig, and do not get on my hats. But, the shame of being a person depressed just had to I just had to decide I'm just not ashamed of it. I mean, I can't help what goes on in my mind. No more than Denise say, and that's what Denise see and Denise say, any more than what your child. Each of our kids are different. We have 3, and each one is different. Yeah, Denise. That's why, that's why I think, Denise, you remember right from the beginning, Alvin had my heart, right from the beginning. And we have to have a safe place, and this is it. Those of us that was traumatized by a first marriage, or those of us through childhood, I always try to put myself like in my mom's, what she was thinking or feeling. But it finally, after, I'm 55, and to be hurt so bad September a year ago by her, I just, she knows better. She knows better, to cause so much heartache and pain with me. You can only so far cause emotional pain to other people for just so long. And if you're doing that and you just don't care, or you've never cared what somebody thinks, people will not be able to be around you. Yeah, Denise, I mean, even Kevin was shocked when I finally opened up and talked to him about things. He was absolutely, he was shocked. He didn't know I had those thoughts. There was thoughts I couldn't tell him because I couldn't tell anybody. I didn't tell my kids, but I watched their body language. I always would watch their body language to make sure to see if they were like me and my brother up here. So, I think my kids knew what went on in my head before Kevin ever did. I think they did, because I always wanted them to let me know if things got so bad. They could always talk to me. And that's another reason that it makes me feel bad that I can't reach out to my daughter right now. There's our LizzAnn.
Hey, I made it.
LizzAnn and Chica.
Yeah, Chica decided she was going to wake up with me this morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. How is everyone?
Well, Traci's on a phone call.
I see that.
She's been wore out, you guys. She's not sleeping well, and so she was on for a little bit, and she tired out. But none of us have been rah.
Oh, good morning, Denise, Kim, Sonia, and everybody else in the chat that I can't see on the list.
Anna Mora, Darlene B, Darlene A, because anything is possible. Denise. Yeah,
Denise. There you go.
Kim Ricky.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's good to be here today. Praise God for the opportunities.
But before we started, we were all like, "Oh my gosh!"
Yeah, it's been rough. Because there's just so much going on and everything. Everybody's
and it's still full blown weather. They're having like a blizzard where Destiny and Traci's at. They're having a blizzard. Yeah. We had flash floods for 2 days, and now it's beautiful sunshine coming through. and blue skies. So Mother Nature, as they say, has really
Been
been having a good old laugh on all of us.
romping all over us, huh? Yeah, we had some thunderstorms recently, and man, it's
Yeah, because
that's
what
the kind
they
of thing you gotta go to sleep to.
they come through you before they got to us, didn't they?
Yeah, it was pretty rough, but we didn't have any tornadic activity to my knowledge, thankfully. So that's all good. But anyway,
Since when do cats like to eat plastic and paper?
I don't know. That's unusual.
I thought so too.
Bailey's teaching her bad habits.
Oh, she said, "Oh, I'll just lay on top of it."
Can't have it. I'm gonna lay here, and whenever you're not looking, I'll do what I want to do.
Yeah, like knocking over the easel
Yeah,
that you had. Yes, and then just looking. All right, you guys, I'm gonna
easy, right?
I'm gonna not let anybody see this big butt get up out of this chair. So I am going to shut my cam off for just a minute. But behave. I still have my headphones on.
We behave? We not behave? Oh, come on.
If you don't have it here,
That's such a thing.
both of you, get.
Why do I have to behave?
Get in
Why
here.
would she have to tell me to behave?
Get.
I just don't understand. Why the cats or the dog? I just don't get it. Oh boy, I don't know. Oh well, Chica and I are just fine. We're behaving. It's fine. We're good. We're good. We're good. Praying everybody is doing well this morning.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Denise. My goodness. We definitely will keep them in our prayers, hon. Definitely. Hey, good morning, Grace Scale. How you doing? How's that painting coming along? You do such a great job.
Hey, Grayscale. I had to threaten cats and dogs and throw them in the other room and
You had to be a mama.
oh my gosh. Well, you know, I could hear Kevin tell me that, well, if you would get that mess cleaned up, they couldn't knock stuff off. So I guess
Okay. Wait a minute. This is the craft room, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I'm in the right room because, you know, that's usually a little bit more of a let your hair down room. Well, you saw on Facebook where I listed all my craft supplies that I'm selling.
No, I did not, but I'm
getting out of the craft business. And I'm selling them. You ought to see the list. I'm selling everything on the list. It's Windex and the mop and bucket and some clean, those white things, those scrubber eraser sponges things. And let's see. No, that's the. I really did post something like that, but it's not original to me. I don't know who came up with it first, but it showed up on my timeline, and it was hey, copy and paste this just like I did. So I did.
Right. So yeah, see, you done got me all excited. Denise.
Oh, you were worried that I was actually getting rid of all my stuff?
Yeah. And then I was like, wait a minute.
That's what I was trying to do.
I know. I mean, I was confused. So Denise,
anything is possible, Denise.
Yes. Her father-in-law, he's getting worse. And the other day he got out of the car and his feet went under the car. So
next thing you know, you're laying on the ground looking up and saying, how did I get here?
Yeah.
It's not funny. It's not funny. But it's a very perplexing situation when it's you.
Yeah. It's scary. It's scary when Denise, I'm putting both. Still praying for your. Now, is it your daughter or is it your? You said your child's biological mom.
Mm.
So Denise, is that? Oh, that's right. She's wanting him to move in with them. Well, he may have to, but I know some people, Denise, they don't want to give up their independence,
Oh yeah.
and
And they
even
don't want to. They feel like they're intruding too. So that's the other thing. They don't want to intrude.
oh no, Denise, see, I did not know that. Alvin fell in the bathroom yesterday. I bet it
Oh, no.
did. I bet
My
it
goodness.
did. Anytime Casey
Tell you
hears
the
a
Florida
loud,
magnet.
anytime he hears a loud boom or bang, he
Mhm.
automatically, it scares him to pieces because he
Who?
thinks I've done hit the floor.
Who?
Casey, if he ever hears a
Poor thing.
bang in the
Oh.
house,
Poor thing.
he thinks, oh my goodness, Mama's done fail.
Well, that would be a logical explanation for a boom or something like that. Yeah, I do that too. If I hear something crash or something go wrong in the other part of the house, I go running, check on
Yeah.
my
Well,
husband.
and
He's
if-
fine. Usually it's like, oh, I dropped such and such, but he checks on me too like that. But I tell you what, it's frightening when you hear it.
I got you, Denise. I understand now. He's got a bump on his head and bruised. Tell Alvin he got to do better. Goodness. But now when Casey or Kevin hears, if I'm in the kitchen cooking or something or doing something in the kitchen and they said, if they hear, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that, or here's a crash or something, they run in there expecting to see blood now. So, I don't know why.
Well, there's that.
That part of my finger is still numb.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's still it's like a little dead piece of finger,
Mm-hmm.
but
I understand. My husband cut two of his fingers while I think he was polishing a knife that he had made, and he was using one of those cloth wheels was what they would call it, and it was floppy. Well, it grabbed that knife and it threw it, and the way it threw it down, and it bounced against the back of the workbench at the bottom. Thank God! But on the way down, it sliced across one of his fingers and sliced the pad off of another one, and he ended up in the emergency room with stitches and sticking that pad back on, and it staying, thankfully. But it was a dead spot, and there was at that time when you went into Louisiana from where we live on the interstate, there was a welcome center, okay, and with that welcome center they had like a nature walk, and it was on a wharf kind of thing. So it was you just walked out there and you walked. It was like a wharf over the water, and you went off into the woods and everything. Well, Rebecca was little, and when all this happened, and anyway, we went on this nature walk, and we stopped at this one point. We had the camera with us, thankfully, and we were taking pictures and whatnot. We stopped at this one point, and he put his hand down on the railing, and all of a sudden he went, what? And then he got stung by a wasp on one of those fingers that had been numb. So he didn't realize he felt
something.
Felt probably the wings or something, but it stung him on one of those spots, and he didn't feel it.
Yeah,
it got me there.
And that was weird when I did that with my finger that night. Me and you was talking.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and no, I mean, you guys, I was talking to her after it happened, and Kevin had the bam bandage.
Oh, that's right. You had it up, and you were saying, "See,
yeah,
go to the emergency room."
And it didn't hurt when it happened, and that's what scared me.
Yeah,
because it did not hurt.
Right.
And I'm got my finger underwater and I'm looking at it and it's just, how's this not hurting? That's what shocked me. And so I told LizzAnn, was talking, I said, Lizz, I cut my finger. I said, Kevin bandaged it. And I told her, she said, you need to go to the ER. I said, well, I'm kind of thinking that way too, because they say with that medicine, you're not supposed to, any infections.
Right.
And I don't think they mean just if you get a chest infection, or I think any infection.
Any infection, yeah.
So
Because your
I'm
body's
like,
going to deal with that, and your immune system's weakened because of whatever the medicine.
yeah. And so I told Kevin that. He said, they're just going to laugh at you at the ER. And then I said, but I don't know. And then it was, all the red on the little band pad. He did all the tape and sure enough, I got there and it was 7. I think it was 7 stitches.
Yeah.
And no, the guy didn't laugh about it. He said there was no closing that. And he said, don't matter how much I wrapped it. Anytime I would touch something, it would have come back open.
Yeah. And being on your finger, and your finger flexes even when you're not thinking about it, it would pull it.
But it does. It feels weird.
Yeah. At least it's on your left hand and not your right hand.
But
if it were on your right hand, it would really drive you nuts because you're right-handed, and when you pick a pen or a pencil or anything with your right hand, a spoon, you would constantly, it would constantly bug you.
Yeah. I think. Even now, because I steady do my finger.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm sure that, it's not like your hand's not there or anything.
It feels like it's cold. It just feels like a cold, when you get a cold spot or something goes numb.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of when my hands hurt.
That nerve.
When my hands hurt, I do a lot of what my grandmother used to do. Or, you see older people wringing their hands because they were upset. I think they did it because their hands hurt.
Sometimes they did. Sometimes they were upset, and sometimes they just hurt.
With this crazy weather, yay! Denise sold 4 books. See, Denise. All right, Denise has had 2 prayers and now 2 praises. She sold 4 books.
Yay!
And she lost 38 pounds.
Yay!
I mean, see, just like your name.
Hold it. I found them.
No, I did.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist. I apologize to this.
Denise says she has numb places on her stomach because of the surgeries. I have places that grab, and I did not think about scar tissue, but because they went through. Twice they went through the same place, gallbladder, then my lap band. They went in on the right side, the same place.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the very same place on that side that sometimes will grab.
Uh-huh.
And I have to stand up and rub on it.
Moves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And somebody told me, they said, well, you probably have scar tissue there. And I'm like, gee. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I didn't think about scar tissue until I watched some of these things. You couldn't watch them because you too yucky. But in the UK, they have this show, the health issues of some of the people in the UK, and then they'd show how they would fix them.
Yeah.
But, they'll go in there sometimes if somebody has weight loss surgery or any kind, even a cesarean.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be so much scar tissue they have to cut that away. So
I
like stuff like that. LizzAnn.
Let's not talk about that, please. Can't deal with that today, hon. No.
You see, Denise? She said And then we have Siosa probably still in here listening, and Siosa can't handle no yucky yuck.
You and me friends, Siosa. You and me friends. Is Sonia in the chat today?
She is, or she's not being chatty today until I make coffee. She's in.
Well, she needs that wake up. I was wondering how her father was, if they had heard anything.
Yes, good news. That was the praise yesterday.
Oh, awesome. Okay, great.
He does not have the big V. He's just sick.
Good.
Okay, you're right, Bruce. Bruce said yuck doesn't go with pancakes and sausage.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're my bud.
Look, Sandy gave him a challenge yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Of seeing who could finish first a piece of jewelry or a piece of art.
Oh, that's unfair.
Listen, look at Tony said, how was your heart attack inducing breakfast, Bruce?
Well, it was fine until we started talking about this other crud. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
I want y'all to know I got a free gift in the mail the other day.
Yeah.
A free gift, totally out of the blue, unsuspecting. My insurance company sent me this wonderful gift. I opened it up, and this is what it was. Mailing labels. Return address labels. I told my husband, he says, oh, look, this one says you have a free gift. I opened it up. I said, he's in the other room. I said, oh, wow, I don't know how I lived without this.
So she said came back negative.
Yay. Yay. Yay.
Bruce said he has a strong heart. Everything else is junk. Yay. I overdone yesterday. Number one, when I got off here, I just was tired. You guys, I haven't stayed on as long. I can't get untired. If that makes any sense. I cannot get myself back to feeling good.
Between the stress of today's current events and, because it's not just today, it's been several months now. Between that stress and the other issues in your life that can cause stress,
I think
that's helping any.
It seems like I can't get back from December. And that was what me and Destiny talked about.
Yeah.
When I was so sick, and Casey swears we had the big V back in December. When I couldn't breathe, and then I had a fever, temp for 3 days.
Right. Yeah, you couldn't shake that for about a week.
Well, it started, couldn't breathe and couldn't talk for 1 week, remember? Then the next week, I couldn't do nothing. And then even when I come back, I just...
Yeah. It takes a while to get over some things. It really does. And they hit our system hard, especially... it's like we talked about a while ago. Some of the medications you take affect your immune system. Well, that hits your immune system. And I'm not telling anybody anything new, I know, but just reminding you that with everybody's different and how our bodies deal with it. Yes, we're all basically the same, but we're still different.
Yeah.
And how one thing hits one person and another person, it's got to be different. And sometimes it takes a while to get over it. I think I said before that I had an attack, basically a bronchitis from when I was painted and I was breathing the paint fumes, and it took me forever to get over that. The congestion side of it was bad enough to get over, and then I couldn't talk. Well, I guess that was a blessing to some.
I know, right? When me and you can't talk.
I couldn't really talk and be heard. And then I just got frustrated with it. But that was a good 2 months, maybe more, before I got my voice back after I got after the rest of it. And it was just like, whoa.
Another praise, Pamela Pamela Drain.
Yes.
She is finally over the big V. She did say
Yay!
that's what it was.
Yay!
And she is over her pneumonia. She's over her
So the lung is cleared
fevers.
up. Her
Yes.
left lung was giving her trouble.
Do you mean they can still find out if will it still be in your body, Vanessa?
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. Probably the antibodies stay for a while.
Casey, and Kevin had it, and Frances was she had so much antibiotics and stuff running through her. Plus, she couldn't come out of her room.
Right.
And
yeah, she was better to be safe in her room like that because, well, antibiotics attack everything in your body, and they destroy all the good stuff too. So as far as your defense system goes, so then you got to recover from that. So I mean, it's so you're vulnerable to some things because it's dealing with other things.
But yeah, Kevin was so sick. I think he was out of work a week and a half, and that man never is out of work. And it put him.
It was rough. I remember it was rough with all y'all.
I'm going to call Vanessa because I'm supposed to go to the doctor. I don't know if they're going to do it over the phone or in person, but I will sure ask. But yeah, Kevin told people and will still tell people it put him on his knees. People will say that.
Yeah.
But he absolutely, I walked out of the room and I come back and he was on his knees by the bed. And I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Pray for me. I feel like I'm dying. Just pray for me."
Yeah.
And I went in there and got Casey and,
Yeah. Well, there's.
So,
there's something to be said for that kind of feeling.
And you guys the prayers that you guys kept putting on the Crawley household, it was amazing because even when I went and I told Kevin, I said, "I just can't breathe. I can't breathe." And I told him, I said, "I think I have pneumonia." And they tested my lungs. It wasn't pneumonia, but I just curled up on that bed. I curled up in the in the bed in the emergency room with my pajamas and my house coat. And I when they come in there and then they did the X-ray, they bring the X-ray in there for the chest X-ray. And I said, "I probably caught it from here when I had to bring MawMaw." I probably did. I mean,
that's possible.
Because I had to take her for her knee. And right after that, I started getting sick.
Thank goodness MawMaw didn't get sick.
And Vanessa, it's allergy season. We have our windows up. We've got the fans bringing in fresh air. But when I walk outside, like yesterday, I felt like I couldn't breathe, and Casey can't. And I'm having to do my inhaler.
It's been humid too.
Well, here it's been cold.
It has been?
It's been cold here.
Oh, okay.
Well, to me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they Vanessa, they didn't even call mine the flu because they say, "Are you hurting?" Every day. But what was weird was, Vanessa, I didn't hurt anywhere. My body
ache.
My body wasn't hurting. I said, because everything up in my head and my chest was so bad, I did not hurt. I just could not breathe. And I guess I was weak. So my muscles and everything that usually aches, they weren't aching. But I did have fever for 3 days. I did. I even would check it. And, if nothing knocked it up, the tea should have. When Casey come in there and he checked on me, and I said, Casey, could you please, because you guys, if you remember, I drank, when I couldn't hardly talk, I drank a lot of the hot lemon tea with a little bit of, what is it? Not ginseng.
Honey? Honey?
I did. I put honey, lemon extract, and
Cinnamon?
not ginseng, what? Ginger.
Ginger, yeah.
Ginger powder. I didn't have the real stuff. I wish I had the real stuff. And I was drinking a lot of that. Well, Casey, and I said this, but I don't know who was on, but Casey, I said, Casey, will you please make me some tea? How do you do it, Mama? I said, I put the tea bag in the Keurig, because you can do that. And I said, then you put some honey. I told him how much honey. I didn't tell him how much of the ginger powder. So Casey come in there. He said, Mama, this stinks. This is the worst smelling stuff. And he handed me the cup. And he said, Mom, that ginger stuff, it does not smell like the real stuff. I said, well, I know. He said, ugh, it just stinks. I said, well, how much, baby, did you put in it? A teaspoon?
Oh, no. That'll knock you over.
I said, oh, baby, I usually just put a little pinch, but that's okay. I'll drink it. That's okay. Oh, that should have healed me right then, you guys. I still think of the tea.
So your eyes were not just this big or this big, but they were this
that
big.
Should have burned because ginger's kind of spicy. That should knock everything out of left field. But I drank it, every bit of it. I thought, oh, it should cure me. Fever, cough, trouble breathing, weakness. Yep.
Yeah, Vanessa, that's something else.
Yep.
That's something else.
It took me a while before I really didn't want coffee. I drank a lot of water because they tell you, when I had bronchitis, and bronchitis was the worst thing I think I've ever had. When I had bronchitis, I had some of the cough syrup left. It don't stop the cough. It helps break up everything. So I still had some of that. But it took me a while to get over. Sonia's laughing about my the tea. So I'll give that recipe if anybody wants to try it.
That which Casey's recipe or yours?
Casey's.
Okay, I'll pass.
But Vanessa, it's like now there's allergy season, and like yesterday, I said, "Oh my gosh!" And me and Casey both had allergies, so the grass was cut this weekend, so we got the fans on.
Yep, so that blew it all in.
But I like the fresh air.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Vanessa's got that kitty now. So her and Kitty Cat, she didn't know kitty cats could be bad.
Yep. Well,
Vanessa, I just had.
Are they bad, but they don't listen to when you tell them to do something because they think that they're telling you what to do.
Yeah. Aw, Bruce, yes, you will always get love from here. And you tell Diane, look, I have not even answered Diana's questions. She sent me a message through Messenger, and I have not even answered her.
Shame on you, girl.
I know.
Oh boy, she's gonna say, "Huh, on friend."
She better not, because I love Artfully Yours. I was talking about her yesterday to my cousin. I talk about everybody to anybody that listens. Yeah, see, well, at least Keithan's this morning leaned way down so people could see Kit Kit. Kit Kit probably weighs 20 pounds. She looks like it. There, she likes to get on his back.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cat on the back.
Yeah, that would be. This little girl is a lot of weight, even though she's a little over 9 pounds.
So nobody could really tell how big she was until he leaned down and I got her down. And I got this much cat. And they're like, oh.
That's an armful.
Yeah. Then
That's
I had to.
Armful.
Then she was knocking my art easel and everything off.
Well, she's a force to be reckoned with, obviously.
Then wants to come over here and sashay around my Keurig machine.
Well, got to check it out. Make sure everything's working right for you, I haven't heard it go off. Have you finished your coffee yet? Sonia.
Sonia, I tried everything. I tried.
Oh, my goodness.
Somebody said to keep the cat out of the kitchen, you could put cayenne pepper at the, right at the doorway.
Uh-huh.
She licked it.
She went, that's pretty good.
She licked it.
Ants out too.
So then we had the spray bottle. Okay. I thought maybe if I put some vinegar, a little bit of vinegar, maybe the smell of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think she really thought I was making her a spicy salad.
Oh, you poor dear.
Nothing helped. And I've never wanted a cat in my kitchen.
Well, they go all over the house,
Yeah. So what I do?
There's no way, like you could put a fence up, those kid gates for a dog, keep them out, but that's not going to keep a cat out.
I thought of a screen door, a clear screen door, because
they just jump up and latch onto the screen.
Yeah. I really thought about that, but there was no way possible for that to work. And plus the intake is right there.
You okay?
Vanessa, they have to have cats have to have a lot of play. If they're the only ones with you, you have to really play with them. You have to pull the strings across the floor and all that kind of stuff. But our cat was an outside from cats that were thrown out. So what did they call them? Feral, when they're
feral cat, yeah.
Yes.
A wild cat.
So so she was that way as a kitten. And we brought her in as a little gray ugly fur ball. And she pretty much had her way with the other dog, with Briley, and they loved each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then came Bailey. Bailey really loves her. I mean, yeah, I mean,
12 cats. That's the cat lady starter pack. Oh wait, or was that 6? You may have already made it to the cat lady part.
Hey, John, today's John's birthday.
Well, happy birthday, John.
And he sent me a picture of the best birthday present in the world. It was him and all the kids in the bed. They just come in there and then pile up on Dad.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, let's see if I can pull this off. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, John. Happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. Woo-hoo.
So you have the energy we didn't have this morning.
What?
You have the energy that we didn't have this morning.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Well, good thing.
Because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I got some.
Vanessa, yes, there are some cats. There are some cats that are just mean and they'll bite. But, Kit got to where she never did it until Bailey come along. She would hiss.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't hiss at me, but she will Casey, because Casey has had to threaten her life to get out of his room. Now he lets that be the Zen sanctuary away from Bailey. So he'll let Kit hang out in his room sometimes. So, yeah, Kit, she does not hiss at me, but she will Casey. And my sister-in-law, she hissed at, Karen says she hissed at me. I said, what? She said she hissed at me. I said, oh, I thought she just did that at Casey and Bailey.
When my older kids were little,
Ooh,
They're,
John, that sounds so good.
ooh. We whenever we got married, my husband had a Himalayan cat, beautiful cat, and it had a litter of kittens, and from that litter, we ended up with 2 of them still, and one of them we called Socks, and the other one we called Ruffy, and Ruffy was something else. Socks was she was laid back and everything. She was, pretty cool cat. But see, they were outside cats. We fed them and everything, but they stayed outside. And so Ruffy was determined to get in the house. His sole ambition in life was to get in the house. My sole ambition in life at that time regarding Ruffy was keeping him out of the house. Okay, I'd see the kids off to school in the morning at the front door, and before I could close the front door, the cat was in the house or trying to get in the house. I'd pick him up and I'd toss him back out in the yard gently at first.
Okay, Traci, we love you. Message me and let me make sure that you're still going to get to go to the doctor.
Oh, good. For her shot?
She's supposed to.
Oh, awesome.
So
I've been praying for that.
Yeah.
So anyway, this cat, the further I threw him, the quicker he was back at the door trying to get in the house and almost doing it. It didn't matter. I got to where
and they're so sneaky.
I know. I was so frustrated with that cat. I got to where, okay, you're going to go through 9 lives today, dear. Every day that cat went through 4 of them with me because I had to throw him out in the yard.
Oh, there's my little buddy. No. Wait. No. There's Joy. Hey, Joy. Good morning, Joy.
But that cat was something else. One night, I was doing something in the kitchen, and I heard something. So I went to the door. Our kitchen door goes into the garage, and it had like a sheer curtain over it. And I went to go check on it, and the light caught just right, and that cat was clinging to the screen part of the upper part of that door. Scared me half to death. He thought it was funny. Here's this cat, all 4s, and you look up, all you see is this thing. It's like, ah!
Yeah, that's kind of how Casey looked when I put my buddy up, and he walks in the back door, and it looked like Chucky. That's how Casey. He almost tore the back screen off trying to get back outside. Sonia, MawMaw does that to Bailey sometimes, and she go, I hear her back there, and then Bailey is afraid of her CPAP now.
Oh,
Kit is not supposed to go outside. She's fixed and everything, but she will be out there and she just lays down and she don't want to move because she's scared once she gets out there.
Right, all the sounds and everything. And smells. Yeah, he's marking his territory. Cats do that too. And male cats especially want to spray everything.
Well, it's my fault because we had Tiger on the front porch at one time, and Tiger we thought was big until we got Bailey. Tiger was tall, but he doesn't have the big head of the boxer. He's mixed with boxer and lab. But anyway, when he's on front porch, I thought, well, if Kit ever gets out, I don't want him to hurt her. So when he would come up to this, we don't have a thing on the screen. We just have the metal part. Whenever he'd come up there, I would give him kisses, lean down and love on him. And I would take Kit and I'd rub Kit on him and he'd lick Kit. So I think because if Kiki ever did get out there, he didn't hurt her, and she'd just be kind of laid, dormant.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he'd just be all walk over her. And I think there's still that part she wants to jump out, out there.
Yeah.
But she, somebody said once she gets fixed, she's just going to blow up. I said, no, she's going to stay a skinny cat. No, she blew up. She blew up. She's fat cat now. But
go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
But it's so weird when Kevin comes home, they hear his truck, and the cat is on his desk, and Bailey is on the bed, and they're sitting there looking at the door, just sitting there. And as soon as he comes in, the man wants to take his boots off. He wants to change. And no, he's got Kit doing this at him on one side because his desk is right close to the bed. And then Bailey's touching him on this side. And literally they're touching him on both sides. Like, see me first, see me. And he'll be like,
yep.
Get back. And I'm like,
give me some air.
And I just say, well, you used to feed her treats on your desk.
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, they just love you.
You started it. What are you complaining about?
And
yes,
he wasn't.
Denise, you're right.
He wasn't even a cat person. And I could say, well, you brought her in the house. That wasn't me.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, MawMaw said, well, I want a kit. And I said, well, we got Kit. Well, she's not mine. She's not mine. I said, but she comes back. I know, but it's not the same. So now, because all the windows are up, MawMaw put her a towel up on the windowsill. So Kit goes back there and lays in the window. Except the other day, Kit was laying across her legs and MawMaw couldn't move till she woke up. Because, MawMaw can't feel her feet anyway, but she was wondering why she couldn't even move that part. And it was because Kit was laying crossways.
Wait.
Then MawMaw kind of looked up, I guess, and saw her laying there.
Yeah, yeah.
Good thing she don't have Bailey jump on the bed with her.
Don't speak so soon. So Kit Kat lounges on the window ledge and hears the birds and smells the fresh air from outside and enjoys life.
She did that, like when I take the fan out of the window, she'll lay up there. And yeah, Sonia, that's right. Yeah, the cat has to, and the Kiki don't let me pet her. She just lets Kevin just pet her and pet her. She pets me.
Yeah,
she can rub up against me.
Yeah, they mark you with their scent glands.
Yeah. And but she don't let me just love on her like she does Kevin.
Yeah. Well, that's where she gets all her affection, and she's full. She's fine.
And you guys remember, still keep Traci in your prayers. She is going to get her shot, but
I'm so glad.
She did tell this morning that her friend's husband passed away.
Okay. You've been in my prayers for that too.
Yes. And so, she's had a lot of people call and ask, and every time it's like a brand new emotional thing that and
understandable.
Yeah. And it's like all of us on here.
It's another wave and another wave and another wave.
That's not a crazy question, Will. The way thank you, Marie. The way they've been doing it here, they'll do takeout, or we don't have anybody deliver Chinese here, but they will, a lot of the restaurants will let you order in, and you can pick it up. That is most of the sit down restaurants in our area.
Will, there could be, there various reasons why they're closed. Under the current circumstances, unfortunately, there are a lot of mean and cruel people, and that might be part of the problem. They might be getting more troublesome phone calls than food-related phone calls, and sometimes you just kind of say, "No, I'm not going to put up with this anymore."
Oh, I didn't even think about. See, that's the thing. I did not, when you said Chinese restaurant, I wasn't even thinking of the backlash from about the country. See, I don't think that way.
Well, I don't usually either, but it just kind of clicked in my head that time. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that, but there are people who would, and unfortunately, there's
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But if you ever, okay, I guess maybe because the fact that I've been in business before with a public business phone, that you get different kinds of phone calls. You just get all kinds of crazy phone calls. And when people want to call and complain, you know, you're stuck listening to them and there's nothing you can do about it. But
yeah.
Then, of course, there's the times whenever they try to call you at your house. So we ended up with just not realizing they're not intentionally setting out to bother you, but that's what they're doing because you're home and you want to be with your family. You want to eat your dinner. You want to get your kids, homework finished. You want to get them to bed or do things with them or whatever. And they're calling during your quote family time. So we had to get an unlisted phone number. And then there was a period of time where my daughter and her husband had a paper route, but they didn't have a landline phone, and all they had between them were cell phones. And at that time, you only had so many minutes per month, and you could go out of them pretty quick. So they didn't. Whenever they had their paper route, they gave our telephone number, of all things, for people to call because they had to have something. So we had an answering machine, and I would just let it go to the answering machine, and then I would listen to, I'd tell them. Well, as it turned out, whenever people had a problem with their paper, they really needed to call the paper and get a backup. But I got to tell you, that answering machine was full every day of fresh messages. It drove me crazy to where I didn't even bother to answer my telephone anymore.
Yeah.
I just let it go to the answering machine. If it was somebody I knew, then I'd pick up. But if it was, so I don't know if that's anything like what that restaurant or those restaurants are dealing with, but those are the kinds of things that make you stop and think, well, there could be, some crank calls or some mean calls. And that happens whenever you have a business. That happens on a regular basis, whether, even without this stuff going on.
Yeah. Well, when Kevin undone my chair, guess where it's made,
Mm-hmm.
And, I know it's been sitting in a warehouse, so it's not contagious when the box came.
I bet you wiped it down.
I didn't wipe it down, no.
Oh, okay.
I just...
Go ahead. No. I just don't want to forget. Go ahead. I got it.
But yeah, I just I didn't wipe down my M&M bag either, so I don't know who touched it before I got it.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know. I think start with we had to do all those things. I'm tired. I'm tired of having to do all that.
Yeah, I completely understand.
But what was you gonna say?
How's your Cheeto situation?
I gotta get some. This is the list, you guys. This is the list.
Have you been able to find it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not in a shortage of Cheetos right now.
No, I had to. Well, that's why when I see them, I get about 4 bags.
Okay.
Yeah, and Kim Ricky says she had to keep her phone off, voicemail full, and I completely ignore every message sent to me now. People expect me to open up for them, and she's getting huge fines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. People just, they want to get on with life, and that's understandable. But in the meantime, we got to deal with what our limitations are, and the challenges that it puts in our life. But they are inconsiderate. You're right, Kim. They're so inconsiderate.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I was asking is because I walked in the kitchen yesterday, and on the table in there, in a bag, was a couple bags of Cheetos, and I thought, did he get those for us or the kids, or maybe Mama? So I walked back in the living room and says, "What's with the Cheetos?" He says, "Oh, well, I saw them there and I just, picked them up." And I said, "Oh, okay." He says, "Well, I didn't know if your friend needed some more." I said, "Oh, how sweet." I said, I really don't know. I hadn't heard in a while, so
I have to tell MawMaw. All right, so the list, first on the list is Cheetos. Next on the list is bread. 2 staples from MawMaw.
Mm-hmm.
Butter, TP.
Oh yeah, that's always on the list.
Eggs ? Destiny said back. She's back. Hello, Lizz.
Hey.
We need instant oatmeal and instant grits and bananas.
Well, there you go. Pretty good list.
Yeah, Casey said bananas is going to turn black and nobody eat them. Yeah, we done have to throw some away.
Well, that's when you make banana pudding out of them.
I'm going to get 3 bananas. I'm not getting a bundle. I'm going to get 3 bananas.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't getting nothing because Stephen's gone in the car.
Good? So if you slice up bananas and you get a can of crushed pineapple in its own juice, because it doesn't have any additional sweetener there or any syrupy, sugary stuff. It's in its own juice. And you put that in a bowl together and, blend it up. That is the best salad, fruit salad. Oh, I tell you. Oh, boy, now you make me hungry.
I know. I already am. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm eating on these Easter M&Ms that I got for half price because it's not Easter.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not now what I want. Now I want stir fry because of Will.
Oh, well, you see what you started?
No, the other day we got talking about food, and oh my gosh. Good morning, Annette. My cousin from is on Facebook. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh.
I would say we're kind of winding down.
Cabbage and egg noodles fried in butter. Okay, I can handle the egg noodles fried in butter, but I can't handle the cabbage. But I guess it sounds good. So.
It's the cabbage. Oh my gosh, I love boiled cabbage or fried cabbage.
I can't handle it.
You can't eat it?
I can't eat any kind of cabbage. Allergies.
Okay.
Well, the only way I really enjoyed cabbage was in coleslaw.
Oh yeah.
But and I didn't eat that often. But if it was served to me, I ate it. And I think I told you once that after I had gone through all this allergy testing and everything, and we had the kids and Gene and I. This is when my older two were young, were Landon and Sally's age now. Well, maybe a little older, but they were in that age group. And we had gone to my mom and dad's for a visit. And my mom was, she was always piddling with something, or my dad would, everybody, there's always something going on, how that is in the family house. But anyway, that particular day, my mom was cooking. And I didn't stop and think about what she was cooking, but I'm sitting there on the couch with my husband, and the kids are in the other room playing with my brother because his age fell right between them. I mean, perfectly. Yeah. They all could spend time together. And anyway, so we're visiting and everything, and I'm dozing off. trying to stay awake, dozing off. Then it occurs to me, wait, what am I smelling? So, Mom, what are you cooking? And she says, oh, I'm fixing the cabbage for the cabbage rolls. Y'all got to stay and eat some, right? I said, no, I don't think I can. I said, it's putting me to sleep. It's putting me to sleep. I think that's what it is. I'll know whenever we leave. So we got up and we left. We headed over to my mother-in-law's to visit them because I think that was the day I think it was a weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We would go from one to the other. Got over there and I called her. I said, well, we got down the road about half a block and I perked up and everything. It was like nothing was wrong. I said, it must have been the cabbage, the smell of the cabbage cooking in the air had done it to me. And I said, I have to know next time whenever you're cooking it. So she laughed. Okay, I'll warn you.
And you're talking about canned pineapple. I love pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
I love fresh pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Here's Still Winter Nation. Yay.
Still Winter.
Woo. Woo. You guys, I cannot even work up the energy and the enthusiasm that the Still Winter Nation has on his channel.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's only one Still Winter Nation. So if you guys don't know him, you could highlight his name and look his channel up. I hate that they've taken the dots away that you could just automatically go to somebody's channel.
Really?
Yes. They've taken that away.
They're taking it away or they've already done it?
They already did.
My goodness.
I can't even double check to make sure that I still have people on my page. You're
right. I see they're gone.
Yeah.
You got to go straight to their channel.
Yeah. And then if you can find it, some people you can't, find it. But Still Winter Nation, thank you. His excitement level is a game show. It's a game show. I don't care what they tried to say that
with all the bells and whistles, huh? Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah. Yes. Have you ever been there, Lizz?
No. But I've seen Super Dave's. Is it Super Dave that has the disco ball going?
Yes. No. All right. Still Winter Nation.
But you see the reflections.
Super Dave, yes, has the disco ball. Still Winter Nation is a game show. I don't know why they didn't want to have him as listed as a game show because he does games.
No, I haven't seen that, but
yes, he does games. But yeah, pineapple. I love it. But I remember being pregnant with Tiffany and I was
what?
Huh?
Oh no, you can just report or block. Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't even whack them.
Oh, you can block them if you're moderator. Block them or
time them out or or change or zap that one message.
No, I hope they bring it back. That's crazy. They said they did it because growth channels, but no, if somebody's in here and they're used to seeing Denise or Kim Ricky or they're used to seeing Joy, you want to feel part of a family and you want to, or the Still Winter Nation, you want to have an easy access. And then you go watch their videos and stuff. Yeah. They took that away. So anyway, I got a fresh pineapple, cut it in fourths like you would a watermelon. And I was sitting watching TV and I was eating. And I looked down and there was blood on my pineapple. And then I felt that
your gum was bleeding.
Yeah, it made my gums bleed, my lip bleed, and made it sore. And
you could be allergic then.
Well, I still eat it.
Well, the other thing you can put in with the bananas instead of the pineapple, strawberries.
Yeah, well, I still eat pineapple, and even though I can drink the juice out of the can and I feel it going all the way down, the burn go all the way down. I love pineapple. And Casey, he has the same reaction to pineapple, but I don't. I love a pineapple smoothie, like when McDonald's and them were doing like pineapple smoothie,
right,
or mango.
Yeah.
The mango pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the mango banana. I like the mango pineapple smoothies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't partaken in either of those, but they all sound good.
I know. And chocolate just doesn't have the appeal right now. I'm wanting something foodie. Foodie. That's my word.
Denise,
Foodie.
that's so sweet. We love you too, sweetheart, from the bottom of our heart too.
We sure do.
Yeah, you're so special to us. Everybody's special, but but you're so loving, and you always reach out to everybody. So thoughtful.
In all the chat rooms.
Or, you know,
In every one of them.
you can feel the warmth. You can just feel the warmth.
And Denise, I'd say it. I don't know. I don't think my life would be as full if I did not have this. All right, let me see.
Well, here we are again, folks. What kind of mischief can we get into now? I don't know. Chica is going to sleep through it, I guess. Oh, darn. I was just about to start the mischief.
I know. Some places do not call you by phone.
Really?
Out of the blue. So, if you get yes. Yes, Will. That is the look. That's the look. And I'll never forget sitting at the kitchen table one day. MawMaw's in there, and I don't know if Casey or who else was in there. This years ago, when, like you said, you'd get all these during crazy phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
So one time somebody called. I'm sitting in front of MawMaw, and I'm like, "Well, no, I mean she's here, but I can't get her right now." And they said, "Well, we'd love to speak to da 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 da." And I said, "Well, she's outside in the hot tub with her boyfriend." And I said, "He's like 90 years old." And I just don't. And MawMaw's sitting there going on. And I said, "I really don't think I want to go out there and see what's going on." And he was like, and I know I work, conferencing, you have scripts.
Yeah.
And he, okay. But I can go out there and take the phone. No, thank you. And they hung up on me. MawMaw said, "I can't believe you said that."
Well, sometimes, go ahead, finish.
So I just can't imagine what his face looked like.
Oh, yeah.
The images in his mind. I'm like, oh.
Like, okay, I didn't expect any of that.
It would be like, "Hey, Joe, oh my gosh, you are not going to believe what, I just got told." So that's what we
You probably had to take a break after that one.
When I worked as a conferencing, we had somebody call in one time, and we tried to tell them, and they were angry calling.
Mm-hmm.
So we called it a bridge. We all sat one side of the partition. We didn't have each person blocked off. It'd be like I sitting here, skip a chair. Lizz would be sitting by me, skip a chair, and then on the other side,
because of the sound carrying.
Yeah. So we could stand up and see each other, from the other side. And this person was angry calling.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him what I could.
Right.
And I hung up. So then I saw the number come back through on my screen. They're still taking the stuff out, Kim, at my store. Yeah, the Walmart. I seen them pushing the stuff out, and they had on gloves and mask when they were taking the stuff out. So, you guys, I saw the number coming through, and you could tell who picked it up. Good morning, Elias. Good morning.
Hey.
So I would know, and I sit there and looked at the end of the aisle, and I told the person beside me because they had it, then I got it. And then we stood up. When we saw the next person answer that line, we stood up and was looking over the thing at them to see the facial expression.
Uh-huh.
They went all the way around.
My goodness. Just
That
pass
person
phone call around.
irate. And you know, us steady telling them we are not Bank of America. We
Right.
are not this company.
Right.
But you know,
They were determined to get some kind of a result.
Yeah, so I know what whoever it was that picked me up was telling the person sitting beside them. Oh my gosh.
You'll never believe the story I got.
I know. But now it's not so much. Now it's not so much who's sitting right beside you, but now it's like Casey can be working for a company and he's in his room by himself.
Right. Work from home. Yeah. And they were able to do that before all this too. There were work from home contracts.
A lot. And our company had work from home people. So I don't know how. See, Marie worked there. So I don't know how they would have done it. Because when people would get sick at where I worked, it would just go through the whole building.
My goodness.
You guys, Bailey better not got mad at me and tore up my new I bought the bed in the bag.
Oh.
With everything. She better not be tearing up my comforter.
Breaking it in for you. Yeah, sometimes when I get those telemarketing calls and I know that's what it is coming in, I'll answer, KBGT, good to see you. Good to hear from you today. You're on the air. And click is what I usually get. Until you do that, and it's somebody you really know and you didn't recognize the number. And they go, what? Wait, who is this?
Elias, you are like my husband. He said, Elias taxidermy, you snuff them, we stuff them. Joe's cryogenics, you kill them, we chill them. You sound like my husband and my son. But Kim, if I want something, I'm picky over what I want. I want to look at something. Yes, Sonia. Elias said, "Forgive me, Lord." Look, he gave us a sense of humor. Because look, I'm sitting here. He's got a sense of humor. You guys are sitting here on a Tuesday listening to this chick in Alabama talk. So God has a sense of humor. And Snoop Dogg is right there beside me with LizzAnn. So
yeah, she has this little. If I didn't, I guess the best way to describe it is it's this low kind of murmur growl.
Oh,
it's not really a growl. It sounds more like a purr. The dogs don't purr.
Bruce. Yeah, you're in Vermont. Traci and them's getting snow and the winds.
Yeah.
So the snow and winds.
Yeah, that time of year.
So you be careful.
My goodness. Just so much happening with the weather. Well, that's what happens at this time of year anyway. They get that. We get rain, tornadoes.
But we've had it since last spring. Did we even, I'm trying to remember when summer started and stopped.
Oh, we had a warm summer.
Joy, it's supposed to be 70 here today, but it's beautiful. I mean, right now it's sunny and beautiful. And
I have no idea what temperature it is out there.
I'm sure when I get back in there, I'm going to cut the fan on and lay down for a little bit. The chair does help, but
Oh, Oh, you see Kim's comment about her doggy. That's cute.
I got Bailey one. I got her this little, looks like a sumo wrestler. It's orange and it's very thick rubber, but it squeaky squeaks. So I got her that. She's not too sure of it yet because it's going to take her a while to get her smell on it. But yeah, she just didn't know what to think of when I threw the little Chinese looking man down at her. And it's like this, and its legs are, where she can get a grip. The legs are about that big around. So it's like, I don't know what you throwing at me.
I have purchased a toy or two for this one, but she just doesn't take to them. She's never really,
Look what she said though. She tore it to shreds.
Oh my gosh.
Look, that's why when I went to Ollie's, I'm trying to find a new toy for Bailey because you guys, I know in the background, you wonder what's laying in her floor. It looks like a sock. So all the socks that Kevin, all the socks that Kevin, he got them new white ones. And these were the gray ones, all stretched out and all that, or holes in them. So I started just here. So she stopped chewing on our bed and everything when I started giving her socks. And I go through the house and I sweep up the pieces. But I was going through touching everything. Like if this was hanging up, I was like, oh no, won't last no time. So I'm touching stuff like, nope, can't get her this. Nope, can't get her this.
Have you thought about stuffing an old sock into an old sock and tying it off?
Yeah, I'll do like 2 or 3 of them and get Kevin to knot them for me because I don't have the strength to. Yeah, and Buddy, she will sit until she has them. She uses one foot and she has them untangled.
Wow, isn't that crazy?
She's been watching Paula Deen cooking in quarantine.
Now she makes us sound not Southern. I wonder if she puts on an extra Southern.
I doubt it. I doubt it. There's some people that just talk like that.
That's true. That's true.
And look, I did buy Bailey some more of the balls, the like tennis balls with the squeakies in them. I knew they wasn't going to last long, but I bought her some the other day, and sure enough, there's little pieces of rubber everywhere. And and I got her some what is the barbecue sauce? Oh no. The barbecue sauce we talk about all the time.
That North Carolina stuff? Billy Ray?
Oh, Baby Ray's.
Baby Ray, yeah.
All right, I got her a big old thing of doggy biscuits, and I call them Baby Ray's barbecue bones. They're really not, but I took one and licked it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? This tastes just like Baby Ray's.
My goodness.
Well, yes, Liz, don't make that face. I licked the doggy bone. And
you told me that story before, and I still have trouble. I still have trouble with it. It's like,
Joe said if I challenged her to lick a dog bone, she'd do it. The dog bone challenge, but so anyway, yeah.
Josie?
And keep,
Josie? Josie.
Yeah.
Josie's place. That Josie?
Yes. She said it one time live.
Dog bone?
Yeah, she said it live. She said, I stick to my word. So
that Josie.
Yeah.
Great lace, Josie.
Look, you all right. She says she don't know how everybody thinks that she's just straight laced.
I know. She's a lot of fun. I'm sorry. Sorry, Josie. I love you.
So Yeah, the bone tastes like that. I didn't eat them. I, give them to Bailey. And Kevin says, "Oh, she don't need to be eating those." I said, "Yes, she can. She ate them before. They taste like Sweet Baby Ray's."
Yeah.
And
And he's probably saying, she's not going to eat that one because you licked it.
no, I licked it to show her it was okay.
Yeah, okay.
And, and what is the name brand kind that's just
milk bone?
the regular milk bones?
Mm-hmm.
They're just taste plain.
Yeah.
Kim Ricky said a lot of people don't consider it real barbecue sauce. I think it is.
They better not be talking about Sweet Baby Ray's.
Boy, look at the antennas go up.
See? Could you hear him?
I didn't hear everything he said.
He says Sweet Baby Ray's is not real barbecue sauce. Don't speak that blasphemy in our house. That's what Casey said. Casey will say, "Oh, I could just drink it." That's why we've got a full bottle when we need it. But
my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, but look, the bacon strips, you guys please don't think they real don't think the bacon strips really taste like bacon. They taste like Play-Doh. Flavored Play-Doh.
Yeah.
They don't taste like real, and they don't smell like real. But I did try one, and those were bought for the raccoon. She loved them, but no.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never heard that people don't like Sweet Babies, right? That's men folks is mostly men folks that barbecue outside. They're gonna be putting stuff together. And it's their secret sauce. And it's from scratch. Well, if I squirt mine out of the Sweet Baby Ray's bottle and take it outside, and I tell people, "Ooh, you can't know what this is." And I'll throw that Sweet Baby Ray's bottle away. See, Destiny says she makes her own barbecue sauce. Well, I make mine own. I make it my own. I pay for it. I squirt it out, and I call it my own.
There you go. I used to make kind of a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I like when people use. Yeah, I like when people kind of use the mustardy kind of barbecue sauce.
I can't handle mustard. It too is an allergy issue. I think I've talked about that before. I'm not going to go into it.
And hickory. My brother-in-law killed me about hickory. We went there one time. He overdid the hickory chips and stuff. And hickory,
it's like he poured a ball of perfume on it.
Well, hickory was a little bit stout. And so she mixes the brands. Yeah. Now there's some Kroger has good barbecue sauce. Casey got me started on Sweet Baby Ray's. So when they have a sale, we get a bunch of them. And it's so good in my Brunswick stew and Boston butt. Kim Ricky said theirs is a more thin consistency. Oh my gosh, Sonia. Every time she tells me the story, I think of my oldest daughter when she was little, eating out of the cat bowl with the cat. I had a human cat and a furry cat eating cat food. See, you guys.
Kids are yeah.
I can read Sonia's post because I know what she's saying. I know it wasn't a cat bulb. I knew what she meant.
What's the matter?
Hey, Ann. Good morning. Good morning.
Are you wanting down? Is that your
problem? Oh, so did you finally get to grill? Destiny's wanting to grill, got everything wrapped up in foil, and it starts flooding.
Oh, no.
The
You didn't have maybe you don't have a protected area where you could do it. I don't know.
Well, she said they had the chicken on the grill and it was so good.
Mm.
But yes, it was coming down. And yes, see, Liz helped me carry on. Traci still needs prayers, everybody.
Yes.
She does get to go for her injection today. That is a big
Good.
praise.
Oh, it is today. Oh, that's good.
Yes, today.
Good.
But the sad news is just a little bit more than she can handle today. But
Yeah.
she came on. She said she needed happy.
Well, I tell you what, I woke up and when my husband brought me breakfast, and as I was sitting there eating, I was finishing up, and I thought, oh, wait a minute, I need to look at the show, see what's going on. When I saw Traci on there, I said, oh, I have got to get up. So
I know she it makes me happy when any of you guys aren't on for a few days and then you're back on. I love it. Look, everybody could quit.
Way whenever you're going too, honey, and you come back.
Oh. I guess I don't think of it that way with myself.
Oh, well, it makes all the difference in the world, really.
Look, you guys, all that talking about grilling food outside, I'm hungry.
Well, it'll do it to us every time.
Yeah, it gets, all right, it's Livin 39.
Right. You know, the commercials are so effective. Food commercials.
And all I can think about is maybe doing, maybe I can do me a grilled cheese if I'm able to eat it.
Mm-hmm.
But with me, and even I don't even have the enjoyment out of the M&Ms. I just stopped. But I did get something from Sandy, and it came in the mail yesterday, so I can't wait for Friday. I can't wait for Friday.
Cool deal.
I'm excited. And then I bought me a Sandy original necklace.
Ooh, cool.
I don't know anybody that wasn't on. Good morning, MawMaw. You might as well wave lower. There you go.
Good morning.
How low can you go?
Good morning.
How low can you go?
Would you tell her I said good morning?
Oh, LizzAnn said good morning.
Good morning. Sing to me.
Oh, that's LizzAnn.
I know. I want LizzAnn
to sing
to me.
Wait.
Okay.
All right. Wait,
Good
Liz.
morning.
I'll let her hear it. Hold on. We're probably going to echo, but it'll be in stereo. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, that's now. Good morning, MawMaw. Good morning. Good morning, MawMaw. I'm not busy, but I'll have to do.
Yay!
I love you, MawMaw.
I love you too.
Oh! She just wanted me to have to stretch, you guys. Oh my God!
And once I sang that, Ann says, "I pray Traci will feel better soon."
He went to help somebody. Look, Ann said, "I pray Traci will feel better soon," and LizzAnn's laughing because she said she put it right after she sung to you.
Oh my goodness!
I know. We know what you meant, Ann.
Yes, we do. I'm just.
Wait, where's 4Speed?
Traci, and I miss her too.
4Speed, I already feel like you just come on because you waited till MawMaw got up. How did you know MawMaw was just getting up?
Oh, Denise told MawMaw something. You better tell her.
Oh, Denise, hey, MawMaw, love you the mostest.
Bestest.
She said the bestest. Yes, 4Speed. You were my friend before you was MawMaw's. Oh, he says he has a tracker.
Oh, we gotta be competitive now.
Yeah. Yeah. She knew his name before, I'm like, how do you know his name? Yeah.
Yeah, how about that?
And I was telling LizzAnn about the Still Winter Nation, And I told her how much fun it is, even if you don't know what's going on, like I did in the first few times. I was just grinning to be there. It's like, whoa, I'm in this game, but I don't know what to do. But
I wouldn't know what to do either, to be honest.
oh, see, Sonia said that I am a brilliant interpreter of her dyslexia and stupid autocorrect. See? Well,
Yeah.
4-speed.
I feel
Thank
for
you.
Sonia, I understand.
Thank you.
Oh,
I will.
thank you,
I will
4-speed.
take that. Yeah, and I have on my little T-shirt says no, thank you. Or it's all, according to how something's written. Like I can
Exactly.
read Sonia's. But what if somebody was in the store and they looked at this and thought, no, thank you. So, even though it shows my fat arms, I'm wearing my shirt today.
Oh,
And
my.
it's like, no, thank you. So you
No, but thank
guys,
you. But no, but thank you. But no.
yeah. I'm here because you guys, I thank you guys.
And we
Because-
thank you as well, sweetheart. I'm so grateful that you have this live stream every Monday through Friday. It means so much to so many people. It's been such a blessing in my life, and I really appreciate you being here, and everybody in the chat too. It the whole symbiotic relationship here works. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Oh, and there's Triple C. I haven't seen you in a while,
Oh,
my
my goodness.
friend. Cheryl.
My.
Welcome.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Yes. Great to see you. Great to see you. But no, it's like Sandy said yesterday. She said, what you guys bring to the table for us
Exactly.
is so much. And this morning, well, Traci sent me a message yesterday when I checked on her that she wanted to come on today because she was tired of just being sad and getting sad phone calls.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have heartbreaks, but that's what has brought us together.
Yeah.
Heartaches. And then,
I
we
need it.
we were here for each other before the big shutdown. I'll put it that way, the shut in.
Mhm.
We were already kind of shut in.
Right.
Except going to the doctor or back, we were pretty much shut in. Then to top off, double C. Yes, ma'am. Double C. But CC. Listen to me. CC, not double C.
C squared instead of CQ.
But we still go through things. We're still going through. I'm still going through, my major heartbreak from last year.
Right.
And I still have days, and LizzAnn's helped me. We could FaceTime. If she knows I'm sad, she'll be like, "Well, call me now." So I'll come in here and FaceTime. Last night it was Destiny. Well, call me. Oh, my masks are coming my way. She's got to find the tie string for them. Thank you, Darlene P.
What?
Darlene B. Darlene made me some masks. No, she didn't type it in.
Oh, okay. I'm like, did I miss something here?
No, she sent me on Facebook.
Oh, okay. I forget you're on Facebook. That we're on Facebook too. Hey, Facebook, how y'all doing?
Uh-oh. Do I have chicken mask? Yes, I do. Oh, my goodness. I got to show this. You guys, I'm going to be the crazy chicken woman walking around. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and the one with the
That is
ships.
so cool.
The one with the ships and stuff. Oh, my goodness.
Look at that bright rooster.
I know. I love the fabric with the maps and stuff. That goes with my room in here.
Cool.
Woo, woo. I see you guys. I am so spoiled. I am so spoiled. I don't do nothing to spoil her except just smile. And that's scary sometimes.
It's like, okay, what is behind that Cheshire grin? There's something else there. I can see the twinkle in your eye. And the
It
glint.
is so,
You know, that little
it is so funny that I didn't know I had a telemarketer look.
I have to say, I have my daughter and her husband worked in that field as well for a while, and there were some of the companies that the local office had contracts with that, man, the people that would call. She said, I can't really tell you what they're saying. She says, but man, there's some really bad, weird people out there.
Oh, yeah, I'm one of them. I'm weird.
No, not like you. Trust me.
And thank you, because anytime that I would take pictures and stuff, I didn't smile. I don't know. In school, I felt like my teeth stuck out. Both my oldest sister never had braces because she had lost her. She had dentures at 30. And then my oldest sister had braces. I mean, my middle sister had braces.
Mm-hmm.
And so I never felt like my teeth were pretty. So
Mm-hmm.
I would smile, but I did not feel comfortable. And you guys just make me smile. I can't help it. I laugh. And I went back and that's why my husband said it's so good that, and it was a blessing that he can, oh yes, choose relief.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
good. Okay, good.
no, choose
good.
relief.
Yes.
I
yes,
mean,
yes. I see it
Traci. Yeah.
now. Boy.
See,
Yeah, I don't blame you.
I was worried to start with. Please, Lord, don't let that be them saying they can't do it. That's
Yeah.
why I did that day. I went in. They said, well, Dr. So-and-so won't be in. I said, that's okay. I'll take whichever doctor that's in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kevin said it did his heart good that he could turn on YouTube and see me laugh and smile.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you guys make me laugh and smile. Heck, for the past year, you nut. For the past year, this whole year has been a great ride. It's been you guys have been here for my cries, my praise, my prayers, happy, sad, and the ones behind the scenes sometimes, Traci and LizzAnn, and Sandy started coming in the mornings, which that's a big jump for her because the time difference.
Yeah, she's 2 hours behind you.
And Derek
and 1 hour behind me. Yeah.
Derek and Kimmy used to come on, and Destiny. But you guys, there's been times that as soon as I have cut off, I would just squall. And somebody might not know why. It would be because of a phone call, or somebody sent me a message one time that said that my grandchildren were given to their dads. I mean, what do I do with that? I remember that day, and I'm sitting there talking to everybody. We were having a great time, and then I saw that, and my chest.
That's rough.
Are you serious? We have phones. It's been a year that 5 years that I've not had a phone.
Whoa.
I don't know what to do.
Well, it's not going to scramble you eggs that you can use it.
Are you going to scramble
love
me
him.
eggs?
I love him. He's something
Casey,
else.
you come in here with your shorts. Where's your tattoo? Did you flash your tattoo?
No,
I stood away from the camera.
I just heard his voice.
You could have showed your tattoo.
I just heard his voice.
But yes, I have sit there and my heart was breaking. And then as soon as I come off that, as soon as I shut down, I just, I lost it. I mean, so, we've all, and I appreciate everybody. Everybody has been here. And I hope we made you guys smile. All right, I'm reading Sonia's now. Look, Sonia, I'm going to have to read that just like it says. I know what it means. I'm actually pulling my pants about my needle on Thursday. It's the first one, and I'm not sure what to expect. So
that's a little bit different. Of course, she is from Australia, and so
she's
taken out of
talking.
context. That's kind of weird.
She's talking about having to have her shot.
Yeah,
and
I know.
it's scaring her about it. So
I know. I'm just messing with her, trying to get her to laugh.
I love Sonia's post. I love that
Yes,
I can interpret, but then I like to see them the way it says.
Yep. She's cool. Everybody over here is just great.
Traci, I'm glad. I'm glad you're still going to get that.
Me too.
Oh, thank you, CC.
That's too funny.
I got it now. I didn't even get it. I didn't even get it. Thank you for that interpretation, because even though I was saying it, I couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah, see, I missed that. Thank you for that interpretation. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, you guys. Look, I just know that I bring joy to somebody's life when they have to give me a shot back there.
That's right. You got a tap back there.
Yes, hot pink lips. I sure do. Hot pink. And then if my cousin would have moved it just a little bit over where I have a mole, it would have been like a little mole over the hot pink lips. And it says sassy pants.
Oh my goodness.
I'm putting it in a better way. But I'll say sassy pants, but it don't say pants.
Oh my goodness, poor Sonia. See what
Look, Sonia, remember, you might look, Sonia. Do I have to send this in here, Sonia?
Oh my.
But me and MawMaw went to the doctor one day last year, and I was hurting so bad. It's one of those where your sciatic nerve, you're having to sit sideways with your leg out, you know.
Right.
And it was the point. It's one of those like Traci where you can't even think straight.
Yeah.
And the nurse, we were the last. They had the lights cut out. We were the very last two. We had to walk out in the dark, basically. But she said, "Well, we're going to give you." I'm trying to think of the shot they give. It actually helps headaches too. But anyway, so she said, "Well, stand against." I said, "Yeah, resume the position," and I'm like that, and I had that pulled down. Well, I was waiting, And she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And I turned and looked. She was laughing and trying not to laugh. That she had one hand on the wall and she was laughing. I said,
She was trying to compose herself so she could give you the shot.
she said, "I'm so sorry." I said, "Oh, I forget about that back there. I'm gonna be an old,
you know.
I'm
Stop
gonna be
seeing you in the mirror every day.
yeah, I'm gonna be an old lady." And somebody's going to come across it and wonder, what is that? And they're going to have to do my skin like this, stretch. Oh, that's what it is.
That's funny.
They're going to have to do that to stretch it out.
Well, Sonia, I just say you just fit right in, sweetheart.
So I told that woman, I said, "That's fine." And then she said, "Now another shot on the other side." I said, "Okay, you're fine. There's nothing on that side." So... You know, and I forget sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
I just, because it's just so out of, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of left flank, you know. And look, last time I did that dance, I think for you, LizzAnn.
Uh-huh.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. And I was patting where all the tattoos were.
Right.
You
You were
guys.
for everybody, I think.
Yeah. I can't do that dance because.
Yeah, let's not do that dance.
Yeah, no, because. No.
Well, we don't want you to, you know,
No.
pull anything. No.
I don't want to twist nothing because felt like I've been twisted up this week. So, but I'll do it another day if I'm feeling spunky and freaky one day. I'll just do the tattoo dance. You guys will know. And then you got look. If I land in the floor, you guys will know. Everybody's got. I think Casey. If Casey starts getting all these pop-ups, I think your mom just fell in the floor.
Well, don't do it in socks. Be sure you're wearing shoes.
Heck, my shoes are all slide-in shoes. I'd be done slung a shoe off.
Like an explosion.
Ann's laughing because I said spunky and freaky because I can't dance, Ann. I've never been able to dance, and my sister in Florida thinks she can. No.
My dad could dance. Oh, he could dance.
So Sandra, if you come across, Sandra, if you come across this, no, you can't dance. You were just.
She gets out there and tries. You know, I got to give her that. You know.
I used to do that too, but that was with the kids. But yeah, she was blessed with legs. She has no waist. It goes straight from up here to the behind and legs that go on forever. That's my sister.
That's funny.
And so, yeah. So no, my oldest sister, she had the rhythm. We don't have it. But anyway, so it kind of, mine will look like Pat. Dance like no one is looking. That's right, Mary. Good afternoon, Mary, because you know what? It is afternoon now.
Yeah, good for you. Yep. Just
yeah.
Barely. Just barely.
So you know, if I fail, all I'd have to do was do the, like Pat, when I said Pat was not feeling good and Pat was just like doing this, I could do that and say, I'm breakdancing for all the older people. They remember breakdancing.
My latest moves.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about it. That is, now we can't call it breakdancing.
What?
Because if we fall, at my age, I could break something.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, you know, Casey, your mom was dancing and she fell. So, you know, you get a certain age and you just have to laugh so you don't cry.
Exactly.
You just have to laugh.
The mind is willing, but the body isn't.
But I remember one time, Kevin, now he'd dance with me around the house, but he's not a dancer either.
Yeah,
he'd do this little thing and the kids would laugh at him.
Yeah. I tell you, whenever it's a good thing that it wasn't an important element in our life or to either one of us that we have to dance, because we'd have been, in trouble.
Yeah. But I will say this. My sister in Florida, they say everybody has the black sheep. It's just sometimes there's certain family members that are forced out of the family.
Mhm.
And then, they're okay with it. But when my dad passed and my sister told me, she said, we're going to sing. My eyes got the, because I know what she sounds like.
Carrying in a bucket.
And I looked at her. I said, what? She said, yes. She said, we're going to sing. We're going to stand up and sing at our dad's funeral. I said, well, okay, then. We'll sit by each other. And we basically didn't get to sit like it was graveside.
Uh-huh.
So we didn't have a chair for us on the front row.
Mm-hmm.
We sat a little farther back.
Mm-hmm.
And so my cousin, Michelle, she's a pastor. My dad always wanted her to sing and do his service. So she did. And she did, if you can say, she does a great services. She's God inspired. I love my cousin. And so, broken dancing. Yes, thank you.
That might
Thank
be more
you,
accurate.
Tony. Yes. So I can't even remember what we sung because I felt like that little girl again.
Yeah.
And that was before I worked it out.
Right.
In a picture. I
Right.
put her away. But it was like, I felt like me and her were those two little girls standing up, and we sang at our dad's funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom couldn't stop us. So there you go. We did. I didn't care who was, I had friends from work there.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't, it was like there was just that time in space that nobody was around. It was just two little girls standing up against the world. But anyway, no, we can't sing. And Chris O would tell you guys. Chris O would tell you. No. Miss Traci.
You're not hopeless.
Miss Traci. And then comes Sandy. But no, Miss Darlene. No, Norgus. I was like, okay, Chris. Okay.
Well, sometimes reality bites.
Casey could dance, and my daughter could dance up a storm. I said she got it from my ex, and she got it from her aunt, my sister, my oldest sister. So, but me, no. And my daughter would get out there and dance, and she didn't care if she was sweating up a storm. Once that music come on, she even would have me go to the parties at school. And of course, everybody wanted Mama to get up there and dance. I can't dance, but I did. Got up there, showed my moves that I can't move. And military ball, yes. Everybody wanted to dance with Mom. And then one military ball Kevin didn't go to, and he was like, "You're not going to dance, are you?" And I'm like this. Well, why? Well, when it comes to that part, you can just come home, can't you? Yeah. I'll come home. They had the chicken dance going on.
Oh my.
Anybody can do the chicken dance.
That's funny.
And the slide or whatever, where they tell you what to do. I could do that one. They said clap 2 times. Stomp 2 times.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, you need to be sitting way on the outside. So I could dance to that. I forget what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Line
Every-
dancing or whatever.
No, that was called, what is it, you guys? Jump 2 times. Jump
What?
up, jump back. You guys are laughing at me, and I know somebody out there knows the name of that dance.
I don't know. I just thought it was part of a dance that was a line dancing.
Everybody would do it in a line.
Yeah, it's like a group.
Yeah.
It's like everybody's standing facing one way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's line dancing.
And it's still called a certain dance when the guy
probably
sung it. So the video of it was like if he were in New York City, so many people did it. Yeah, I would do the chicken dance. Line dancing, I never learned, but I love to watch it.
Yeah, each one of them has a boot scoot boogie, and there was all kinds of different ones.
Yeah, I never knew any of them, but I used to.
I didn't either.
I went. I dated somebody that was in the military, so I went to
What is the matter?
to the hustle. No, it wasn't the hustle. I never could do the hustle.
Oh no, the
loved it.
I get that.
I loved the music, and I loved to see people do the hustle.
Yeah, that wasn't my thing either.
And so the line dancing
was good for following instructions kind of dance, where you had or a specific step kind of dance, except for the waltz. I can do the Cajun 2-step though, the 2-step waltz.
Well, I can't, but they at the time they had the country western in the 80s. The country western bars was coming back.
Right.
Was it the electric slide?
Oh, there might have been one. Yeah.
That
sounds familiar. I didn't learn it or do it.
Slide 2 times. Slide to the left. Slide to the right.
Yeah, that's an electric slide.
Jump back twice. Yeah.
Hey, Mama.
She said, "Hey, Mama," again. That's still look.
It's okay. We get the point, Mama.
That woman's got to learn about they used to have the thing that you put up the thing and they'd do it at parties. You'd lower the pole.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
See, we can't think of nothing.
Oh, yeah, and boy, you got lower and lower and lower.
Yeah, Mama, she's got to learn that.
I don't remember. It's there, but it's not there.
Do the hustle. I like that too. Oh yeah. See, the lit up dance floors. That's like
disco.
Yeah.
Dancing. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. There's a delay.
In the 70s, there was a place.
The limbo.
The limbo. That's it. Yeah. Back in the 60s, not 60s, the 70s, there was a place in Houston that the guy I was seeing at the time, he lived outside of Houston, and I met him through a friend of mine who she and her husband lived in Houston. And, but anyway, he was from here. He was from here, but he worked in Houston. And anyway, we had gone to this place. I didn't realize it was anything about it, but disco era, it was Dome Shadows was the name of the place. And apparently I found out later that was like the hot spot for the celebrities and the lookout. People showed up there apparently. Well, to my knowledge, nobody showed up while we were there. I just remember being totally what do you call it? Freaked out, I guess, because disco dancing was one of those things I was like, oh, that's almost like you got to do something special. You got to, it was just too much of a, it was just it was overwhelming. I just wasn't a dancer and I knew it. And I was like, oh, I got to dance. I don't want to dance.
Hey, Joe. Joe's on Facebook. Hey, Joe.
light on my feet on the softball field, on the baseball, on the basketball court, on volleyball, anything sports. I was light on my feet and I could do any move. But when you come down to dancing, it was like, no,
Man.
I can't do it.
Well, I remember when disco, that I was younger then when disco come out. And then, of course, you had the movie Urban Cowboy. Then it was a big thing for the country western bars and stuff like that. And that's when they started the line dancing and doing all. Yeah, I am Joe. LizzAnn revived me. I started out so slow this morning and tired. So, MawMaw, did you fix a peanut butter sandwich?
No.
Okay. But so anyway, I remember going to some places in Columbus where they would do those dances, and I just loved it. The cowboy boots, the way the sound of them as they click those boots and all that kind of stuff.
I do like those those elements, but don't get me out there. And you're not going to get me drunk to get me out there either, because I'm not going to drink.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Yep. God let me know the one time me and Kevin went out, and this was when I was still working at the place I was working, and I don't know what made us think that we could go out. And yes, I got so sick. And we never went to nowhere like that. And,
us either.
But somebody took us with them, and I remember calling Casey, and I said, he said, "Where are you at?" And I said, "I'm at so and so." And then I could hear him holler to Tiffany, my daughter, "Tiffany, Mom and Dad is at so and so. And I think she's drinking." I could hear him hollering to Tiffany. And Tiffany said, "She's grown. Her and Daddy are grown." He was already moved out. He said, "Mom, are you okay?" "Yeah, Mom." And so my husband said, "Get up there and dance." So I danced with some girls from work, and I'm like, if I think back now, I don't even know what I look like. And then he slow danced with me out there.
Yeah.
He never slow danced with me, and he slow danced, and you guys, he went in with just his overalls on with no shirt. And he got hot. Well, somebody gave him a shirt. Then he got hot and he took it off, and he was shooting pool. They told him, "Sir, you have to put your shirt back on." Tequila made his clothes fall off. That song. He went to put his shirt on and wasn't very coordinated, and his overalls fell down.
Oh no.
And I said, "What happened?" "They just hit the floor." I said, "What did they say?" He said, "People looked, and then they started back playing pool." I'm like, so yes, that is a new thing with us. And oh my gosh. Me and him had a lot of shame. That was it. That was, I have not had nothing, and that was it. I don't know what made us think to do that. But
you let your hair down once and you said, "Oh, that was a big mistake."
I'm just glad I didn't do like a crazy people that we worked with and got up there on that pole thingy that people fell off of, and they'd come to work all messed up and bruised and broke this and that because they got up there on that pole or whatever. So no pole was involved. But one girl, we were sitting there, and this one girl that we worked with backed up because I don't know, it was a thing then about 10 years ago, or let me see, I've been home 5 years, so at least 10 years. The
Mhm.
girl, you know, people back up on somebody, you know, the girls with the booties back it up.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were sitting there and she just backed it up. So Kevin just so pow, you know. And the next day he was like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad. I ain't never done nothing like that. I said, Kevin, I said, she was picking, and no, it wasn't. I've just never done nothing like that, Darlene. So the next day he rode to Tiffany's. We rode to my daughter's. He said, I feel so bad, Susie. I can't believe I did that. She said, what'd you do, Dad? Well, we were sitting there and it was in the moment, and I was sitting there by your mom and the music was going, and this girl, she's your age, done backed up and had her butt all on me, and I popped it, and I just don't. Tiffany, will you call her, please? Call her right now and apologize. Just, I feel so bad. She called her and she said, what? What? Oh, well, I don't remember that. So she didn't remember it.
Yeah. Is
So
that him coming in?
yeah. So yeah, he was so embarrassed. But so
Yeah.
we that was the first time, and that was the last time we went out.
Putting their behind out against you and up in your face. I mean,
I would do that anytime.
yeah.
Hey, baby. Oh,
Hey,
they were
hey.
in trouble.
Hey,
But yeah, so I would do that. I would pop the girls, or you know, but yeah, we don't. That was one and only,
Yeah.
and yeah, I never really, when I got old enough to go somewhere like that, I just didn't care to.
Well, yeah, it wasn't.
Wasn't no
thing.
fun if you couldn't use a fake ID and get in somewhere.
No, I didn't even do that.
Oh,
Whenever I was growing up, there was a period of time that the drinking age was 18.
mm-hmm.
And I did, you know, have, I did experience drinking a couple times out, but it just wasn't a normal thing for me at all. And then when I turned 21, you know, but I mean, I could make one drink last all night.
Well,
Because I didn't want to set myself up to be taken advantage of.
yeah. And you know, that's why when my daughter come along, I was like, you know, I don't want to go to new places. I got a baby. You know, it's kind of gave me a reason not to do those things.
I've got responsibilities now.
Yeah. Because that's what everybody was doing. We were 19. I was 19 and married, and that was a thing to go shoot pool. I loved to shoot. You know, I used to love to go shoot pool.
I enjoyed shooting pool too.
But and yeah, me and drinking just didn't work out, and I had Tiffany, and then I didn't want my kid around it. I didn't.
Yeah.
And then, needless to say, they went around my mom and them, and the kids remembered both my parents drank, and but I don't even know how I got look, you guys.
Well,
we was talking about dancing. That's what
you kind of can't shield them. You know, we really try to shield them, but sometimes it just slips in. There's nothing you can do about it.
I mean, you think about it. If Casey was moved out, it tells you what age for him to be saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, like, wait a minute, this is not normal for you. What?
Joe, when I started getting vertigo at a certain age, it was like, oh, that would feel like the worst, the after effects of it.
Yeah.
So, and then, you know, all the medications I take, there's still people that mixes alcohol in their medications.
No, I wouldn't.
And I had a friend that did that. And she's like right out of high school too. And you know,
I wasn't taking any medications whenever I was, you know, participating. But I don't know. It never was a thing for me. Or my husband, thankfully.
Well, when I was real younger, like when a lot of people, like when I ran away,
Mhm.
that wasn't because of that. They thought it was, I was the one that didn't nobody want to date more than once
Mhm.
because I wasn't the cool girl. Didn't
Yeah.
smoke.
Well,
I
I
didn't
understand that
drink.
feeling.
Yeah. I just didn't do all the things that at the time the guys liked. And
Mhm.
it made me feel like I just wasn't pretty enough.
I understand.
Oh, see, Traci said her childhood best friend died of liver failure.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Well, this girl, Traci, she was driving down the road
Mm.
and it wasn't like her blood alcohol level was high. It's
Mhm.
just that whatever prescription medication she had, bam,
Mhm.
it just took
Back
her
over
out.
the head.
Yeah. But yeah.
How long are you gonna be over there?
I can start winding it down. Did you get me a Daniel burger?
No,
I can't eat it anyway. You got how long have they been open, Keevan?
70 years.
70 years for
Wow.
Mom and pop.
a little mom and pop
Oh,
hamburger
wow.
stand.
Those are the best.
Yes, and
Those are the best.
they're still going. And at one time, the building was shaped like a jug. Like you see in the cartoons and stuff, the moonshine jug, and it
Mhm.
was called Little Brown Jug.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the smoke went out the top.
Uh-huh.
And we still call it Daniels or Little Brown Jug. But you were something if you got on a Friday after payday, you got to go get them little hamburgers. And I don't know what they mix them with, bread or something, but the little patties are like that big.
Mhm.
And
But not so little.
extra chili, extra onion, a
Mhm.
dab of ketchup, a dab of mustard.
Sounds like heartburn in the works.
And okay, and he needs my help. I love you guys. I am gone. I'll be back tomorrow. Traci, let me know how let me know how it happens.
Yep.
How you
How
come
things
out.
come out. Yeah.
And I love all you guys.
Love you guys. God
Say
bless you, your family, and your world. Until we see each other again, much love. Bye-bye.